this. It's too early for this. I don't know. Oh my god. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The show must go on. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. It is June 12th of 2023. It is raining outside in Buffalo, New York. The weather is shitty. Just like this whole fucking brain dead situation. I actually want to gouge out my eyes from last night. I can't believe this even happened in the first place. It's just, yeah, hashtag tipster news at this point, bro. Listen, I saw some people on Twitter, and I'm just going to say it right now. To the people on Twitter that's like, oh, now everyone thinks it's cool to, like, shit on tipster. No, bro, listen, you don't understand. A lot of people thought this stuff was supposed to be, a lot of it was like a meme. We would all just laugh at it or, like, brush it off and thought it was a meme. My boiling point was the Colton and the Keffals thing, right? So that's like my boiling point on putting up with the bullshit. Some people some people look at it different. Some people have disliked tipster for a very long time. I don't want to focus on tipster too much. I'm going to on certain aspects. But to be realistic, what happened last night involving the Keffals Bowblax beef was and is single-handedly one of the most brain-dead fucking things I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm just going to get started. I know Leon wants to call in. He keeps demanding to call, so let me call him real quick. Hello, everybody. Let's say hello to some people in chat. Unfortunate event. John, Zach, QTV's felony charge. Hannah, Media Sage. Blaze Star, thank you for the 5. Gifted Karma, getting us started on those donos. Genuinely appreciate it. I know this is an early stream. There's not going to be a lot of people watching. I will also warn you all, because I don't have a thumbnail prepared for this at all. It was literally an impulsive decision to go live. This will probably go members only for a couple of hours to maybe a day, and then I will repost it as a video for you guys. So just keep an eye out for that. But this is the live. Enjoy it while you got it. So let me call Leon. All right. Actually, wait. Leon, join me in the Discord. Join me in the Discord. No, Leon, join me. Join me in the Discord. You. Bruh, just join me in the Discord. Like, oh
appreciate
you. Yo, just join me in the Discord. Just in case if some people want to call in too.
Why the fuck is your audio coming through that and not what I wanted to come through?
What do you mean?
It's coming through my TV and not my headphones.
Why the hell? What? What did you do to your settings?
Shut up! Go to your Discord!
What did you... This guy's so fucking...
Turn on TV, it doesn't matter what
Jesus
channel.
Christ. Alright, there we go. I'm here now. Jesus. He fucked up his audio so bad. Nothing works. Melody, there's an L. Just call me Sage. Okay, I will call you Sage. My apologies. If I don't pay attention to chat, don't take it personally. There's a lot of ground to cover. There's a lot. I don't know where the fuck Leon went. He's gone. All right, I'm just in my Discord. Fuck it. I'll share the story. I'll share everything. Let's see here. We need to talk. We need to talk about this. Before we even get started on the shit show that happened yesterday, we need to get started on this. Okay. So, we need to get started. This right here is Bowblax's shitpost alt account. It got found out on a Bowblax. What's up?
Chris?
What?
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? Say hello to my stream on Twitch, YouTube, and I was about to say Rumble. Kick.
I was like, damn, bro, you got all 4 going.
I got 3 of them going, baby.
At least you got 3 of them going. Hey, how you doing, Leon's chat? Say hello to my chat. Don't be fucking rude.
Hey, fuck Chris the Narc's chat.
Fuck Leon's chat.
Fuck your chat.
No, fuck your chat.
No, fuck your chat.
I'm not
in
doing
the
this
ass.
childish
With
bullshit.
In no lube.
Damn.
No lube.
No lube in the ass, bro? Damn.
You gonna feel that.
That's rough. That's rough.
They rough.
Dude, we gotta talk about this fucking shitpost account.
Hold up. Chick try saying fuck Chris Chat. Fuck Chris Chat. I need some fuck Chris chats.
I'm not gonna
Please.
do that to Leon because I like
Hashtag
Leon.
fuck Chris
He
Chat.
just wants to start shit.
Hashtag fuck Chris Chat.
You shut the fuck up and show your stream what I'm gonna be
Hashtag
showing
fuck
him.
Chris Chat.
Shut the fuck up,
Fuck don't go up.
bitch.
Hole.
Motherfucker. All right.
Fucker.
What do you know about the Throbbing Horsecock Twitter account?
Yeah, I'm getting fucked. Yeah, I love it here.
What do you think about the Throbbing Horsecock Twitter account?
Ain't that Bowblax?
Yeah, you think it's funny?
Yeah, I don't care.
Exactly.
You know how many of you motherfuckers got bot accounts?
How many? What? Oh god.
Yo,
no,
I got like fucking fake accounts or like bot accounts to fucking watch shit.
Everyone's got one additional Twitter account for the blocked because I've been blocked by iDubbbz and Anissa, and I have to like make sure I'm looking at their tweets sometimes. That's the only reason I have mine.
Fucking weirdo.
Well, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But this account's just a shit.
Somebody said Chris Chat some bitches for real. Yeah, y'all some bitches. Unless y'all come over here, then y'all cool.
Nah, you some dumb hoes. All of you.
We
bet
good
your
looking
mom.
dumb hoes,
I
though.
bet your mama wouldn't even fucking tell you look good.
I bet your fucking mama would fuck you.
What?
Near.
You're disgusting.
Near.
Dude, you're more southern than I am. That's more likely to happen to you. So shut the fuck up. Dude, I am not having this conversation. I'm trying to do something here. Do you want to talk about the fucking Bowblax thing, or you just calling it the fuck around?
This is the whole reason we streaming, bro. You streaming this, I'm streaming this.
Can you show your chat what I'm gonna show them, the Throbbing Horse account, then?
All right. I need to figure out how I'm gonna do that though.
You just pop the screen out, the share screen, and then show it to them.
Chris, why are you like this?
Because I know how shit works. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I know how shit works.
His website is down again. His website is down again.
What, Reddit?
No. What I look like going on Reddit, boy?
You look like you go on Reddit.
You got me bent.
You are bent. You're gay.
Daddy don't go on the Reddit.
Sure.
So look, I'm showing it.
You're showing it? Now you're showing it?
Yes, Daddy.
Okay. So this is called the Throbbing Horsecock Twitter account. Let's read the bio real quick. Good vibes. Black 9 inches. Hashtag the N-word. I fucking love this Twitter account. Dude, imagine taking this account seriously.
Is this really how we setting this up?
Oh yeah. I ain't saying nothing more than that.
I mean,
Why?
Vosh would probably take this seriously, you know?
Oh my god, Smaggle's here now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
God damn it.
Somebody in my chat just said they stuck in the washing machine. Oh my god.
You gotta get them out.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Dude, the Throbbing Horsecock Twitter account is the best Twitter account Bowblax has ever made. Unironically. So Bowblax...
I could agree with this.
Look, I'm going to make it quick. Bowblax got found out on a live stream thanks to Smaggle and Alex Gekmo. They fucking outed him for having fun on the internet. You guys are douchebags. And Bowblax got blackmailed by Alex Gekmo for $500 to like take down the tweets about it. Nothing crazy happened. It was just a big fucking joke. Then he starts tweeting crazy shit. Keffals finds out about it because what was the thing he said? I can't. Can you say what Bowblax said on Twitch about the transgender people? What he said to like,
getting dicked down by a transgender?
Yeah.
No. He said trans women aren't
I'm
women.
the
but
one
I
streaming
will
on
still
Twitch.
fuck the shit
The
out
one that's
of them.
gonna catch the heat for it. Say it. Give a fuck.
Bowblax tweeted as a joke, trans
Nigga.
women are not women, but I'd still fuck the shit out of them.
Hey.
That was a joke.
Kind of true though. Kind of based and epic.
God.
Okay, you know.
God damn it, Smaggle, shut the fuck up. That's not the point.
Somebody just noticed there's no mods on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, you don't have any mods. You didn't even make me a mod.
I did make you a mod.
No,
I made you a mod on my main channel, dick.
You're an idiot. You're
No.
actually dumb.
No,
Pick
I
some
made
mods.
you a mod on my main channel.
Pick some mods. Pick some mods. The fuck's wrong
I
with you?
made you a mod on my main channel. What's the problem?
Oh my god, I just want to talk about this shit, bro.
Then fucking talk about it, dude.
Bro, Leon's just.
I'm here to fucking laugh at hypocrisy.
I'm here to laugh
You know,
too at it.
you know, if we're not gonna talk about it, Chris, why did you flake out on me and Shadow Humor last night?
Okay, I didn't flake out on shit.
Whoa.
Shadow Humor didn't say yes. He didn't say let's set it up. Nothing. There was no communication. He was on Badwick's stream.
Someone said we have the perfect friendship dynamic, Chris.
We do. It's amazing.
Which is crazy because we both say slurs to one another in private.
Oh, all the time. I called Leon the N-word in private.
See,
And he
at
does
least
the
we
same
all know.
to me. He calls me the cracker all the time.
But we
Yeah,
knew
because
that
that-
already.
Because that's comparable.
It's
Okay.
incredibly comparable.
Okay.
It's basically one for one.
Yeah.
But listen, this is a shitpost account. I need to emphasize this. This is a shitpost account that had 2 followers until Alex Gekmo and Smaggle fucking outed it. This is the greatest fucking Twitter account of all time. This shit was hilarious. And then fucking Keffals found out about it and called Bowblax a transphobe. She straight up was like, he's transphobic. He's a liar. All of his friends are transphobic, which means he's transphobic. My issue, and correct me if I'm wrong here, how many times has Keffals called Keemstar a pedophile as a joke?
I don't know. Maybe like once, twice.
You're an idiot. There's at least like 50 instances of that on the internet. You're an idiot. She continuously calls Keemstar a pedophile as a joke, but gets mad when Bowblax makes a joke that he would still fuck the shit out of trans people on a shitpost account. Not their main Twitter account, a joke. Proceeds to call Bowblax transphobic and then sexually harassing Keffals. All because he tweeted, women always ask weird-ass questions. We fucking her know. Damn, Keffals is thick. She's one of the real ones for sure. This somehow...
What a brilliant thing to join into.
What's up?
That was a great series of
what's up?
words.
What's up, Bunk?
That
What's
was
up, Bunk?
profound.
Bunk, is Bowblax sexually harassing Keffals on a shitpost account?
I don't know. That's kind of unclear to me. I haven't seen anything on the strip post. I'm actually really
I'm
confused
literally
because I talked to
reading
DeOrio. Wait, that's from Bowblax?
Yes! I'm literally reading you the shitpost account, and Keffals is like, he's sexually harassing me.
And I feel like it's weird to say, like, because whenever somebody says sexual harassment online, I take it to be the case they're probably like going out and contacting the person, like maybe like going in their
No.
DMs or whatever. But like if somebody just like tweets about you sexually, I don't know, dude. Like I feel like
Dude,
it's expected as a content creator.
It's a throwaway shitpost account that literally
Yeah.
says the N-word all the time. It literally says, I'm not Bowblax.
What?
He's
You're
retarded.
Why the fuck is trans
You're really doing
flamenco
Bowblax
in my
zero-
fucking chat?
Zero favors
Get
right
out.
now. You're like, yeah. By the way, other than
Get
the
out,
stuff that's like super
bastard.
questionable that he tweeted, he also tweeted like the N-word and all this other
Well,
insane
no,
shit.
this one's right here. This is my favorite one. You're mad at iDubbbz and H3 for saying the N-word, but when Bowblax says it, it's funny. Like, this is a shitpost account. Like, it's literally an account just made to fuck around.
Bro, what I want to know is I can't bear to keep up one Twitter account. How is this dude keeping up like 4?
Well, this one
Dude,
originally...
Bowblax is like screen shared to me, like the way that he has his Twitter set up. It's like 4 different Twitter feeds. He has like at once 4 different Twitter feeds on his screen.
It's almost
is
like his job is to collect tweets.
it's like a fucking like a hacker movie, and he's got like all the different lines of code running, but it's like tweets from retards.
Dude, it's almost like his entire job is to collect tweets.
Bro is a professional tweeter. Bro professionally is tweeting.
Dude, I make the bag. I don't give a fuck. So basically, Keffals was like, he's sexually harassing me, and on top of that, he is transphobic for a joke.
Oh, it's kind of obvious to me that he's not transphobic.
Yeah, it's
I
almost
mean, like, you could say,
like, hold
like, one thing
on.
that-
It's almost like him and Keffals have had multiple conversations in the DMs about trans rights, and Bowblax saying that he's a very pro-trans person, and then one joke out of context makes Keffals immediately think, oh, because
Wait, isn't it from,
you're
like 2019 too.
yes, it's from 2019.
That's what I saw. I think.
This is retarded.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you?
The thing is, I feel like like maybe you could say, like Keffals could say, I think Bowblax is like lying about their position on this, but I think it'd be very hard to feign this kind of position because I don't know. I've had conversations with Bowblax about it as well. He seems to be like at least decently informed on the issue, right? Like I don't think he's like completely lying about it. It's like in the same way that like people will tell me like Tipster is just like grifting and he has like no basis for any of his opinions, and I'll have a conversation with him. It's like, it's clear that they have like something here. They have like something motivates them to have this position.
I guess, but still, the conversation in
like
of
it's
itself,
just it's really weird.
yeah.
I don't like the tendency online for people to jump to like somebody being like all good or all bad. Like they said like he said like one joke that was like, yeah, it's a little spicy, a little bit of a spicy
But
joke in
it's
2019.
it's just
But it's
edgy.
like, who cares? Who cares? You know, it's like,
just,
fuck, bro.
It's an edgy joke. It's like when Leon
It
calls
could
me
even
a
be the case.
cracker.
Yeah, like it could even be the case. Like I don't even think you have to.
I don't even
you could
call
say,
you
like,
a cracker.
bro,
I call you a racist.
You do call me a racist straight to my face for no
He's a
reason.
You fucking are.
I hate no racist.
We're about to tag team a fucking Mexican and a transgender. We are obviously something.
We're not. Don't don't do that.
Because apparently the
when you say
rule
you're
of
gonna
thumb
tag
is
team them, it like makes it sound like you're gonna fuck them in this context. Like,
I
when we
mean,
were talking
look,
about
the rule of
transgenders,
thumb is-
I don't know, dude.
it's a joke for them, but for us, it's fucking, oh, you're offensive. And you should understand how somebody feels. And you should take into account that you should be asking people all these fucking things first. Mind you, these niggas don't do this shit.
No, I guess the big thing with like this is you could even say that maybe you were like really uncharitable to Bowblax and you say that he like actually believed that trans women weren't women and like there's like some grain of his actual opinion in there, but like it's from 2019, dude. Fucking people's opinions changed a lot over 4 years. Like,
It's
bro,
from
my,
2019
like
on a
wild.
shitpost account with two
yeah,
fucking
it's like
followers
wild,
at the time.
dude. I don't know. I'm never gonna hold someone to like something they said like 4 years ago as their current position.
But
That's
hold on,
fucking
do you
stupid.
know why Keffals said that? Because
Oh.
she can't trust. She couldn't trust Bowblax. She thought he was a snake, and that's because Augie, Nick, and Tom are what she perceives to be transphobic. So she basically assumed that Bowblax lied to her about being pro-trans and accused him
Pathetic.
of being anti-trans because of that.
Pretty good rationale.
Well, I
No,
mean,
it's not.
I'm friends with all those people that were just mentioned there, and I don't
Yeah.
know. It'd be very weird for somebody to say like I'm anti-trans. It's like my fucking topic. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's
seems a little
almost
silly.
like Keffals hasn't changed at all and will blow the fuck up for no reason without any sort of inclination to understand what the fuck's going on.
I don't know. I think for some people, I don't know if this is the case for Keffals. I don't. Twitter kind of seems bad for them.
Very.
That's just like my read. Because I think that when you're on Twitter, there's like an impulse to just say the first thing that comes to mind about something. And Twitter's a very quick place. Like stories come out and they're covered within seconds. And you have to like actively restrain
First,
yourself.
check your DMs.
Especially whenever it's the case that like you're on Twitter and you're a controversial figure like
That new
Keffals, and
message
you have,
is
like,
for me.
people constantly like taking shots at you. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's just ridiculous. Hold on. What
Your
do you-
Twitter DMs, bastard.
Why do you want me to check my Twitter DMs?
Because I sent you a funny. An actual funny, not something to get you
Wait,
banned, you paranoid schizophrenic.
Yeah, come on, Chris.
Well, am I named Noah on just because that's my name? My
I
name
love
is
this.
Noah.
I love
In
this.
debate circles, people know me as Noah or Bunk.
Tipster walking up thinking he got so many positive comments on that video. Oh god, the debate between Keffals and Bowblax is so cancer, bro.
It's
Oh, wait,
so
they
stupid.
debated.
On
Now I
Tipster's
got it.
stream.
Dude, you know what? I might stream one more time before my birthday. I might like do
You
a
need to
stream
do it.
tonight where I go over like these like retard debates. I think like what is it? Shank debated Destiny, Destiny debated Blair White, like Keffals is debating Bowblax about retarded internet. Dude, there's so much interesting shit happening right now. Like
Yeah,
the one
there's
time where I'm
exactly.
not streaming at all.
There's a lot
This
of
is what I'm gonna tell you
interesting
about this fucking video Tipster drop. You would have
what-
thought that
what was the
based on
video?
like the live chat, people would have been like supportive of like Tipster and Keffals. You go through the comment section and it's just a bunch of motherfuckers just shitting on the both of them for being hypocrites because they trying to joke police while trying to make other people feel bad, and it didn't fucking work.
I don't know what's Tipster's route in the situation. I haven't talked to Tipster about any. I don't. the other person I've talked to this about is DeOrio.
Tipster was basically defending Keffals. That was short and
Yeah,
of
that's
it,
basically a very, very condensed version of what happened. I just want to go over my interaction with Keffals because I have never, ever talked to this person, and I put out a singular tweet, and they fucking mauled it in my replies. So I tweeted out, so Keffals accuses Bowblax of sexual harassment due to posting jokes about her, accuses him of being a coward and anti-trans. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Anti-trans over a joke he made that was posted in 2019 on a 2-follower account, then deletes everything because everyone is making fun of her, which fucking DeOrio, Willie Mack show, everyone was fucking clowning on her.
As should be.
Exactly. I continue on. Mind you, Keffals is always, quote, trolling, calling Keemstar a pedophile. See, guys, she's the, quote, victim here and Bowblax is the monster. Keffals responds to, he is. I was like, God, your existence is a sad one. It's true. Then they respond again. No, it's not worth it because everyone knows the commentary community is full of freaks. Okay. That I'm not even going to argue that. It's the commentary community. We're a bunch of...
They're super right.
Yeah.
They're like super
Agent,
right. We're going to move on.
They're right.
I
They're
appreciate the 5 gifted subs.
They're right, but this is my response back. If we are taking things seriously, like you seem to with his shitpost account, why are you sending jiggle tits videos unsolicited to Bowblax? Seems inappropriate and something a terminally online freak would do, is it not?
But Chris, it was a joke.
Oh, yeah, but it was a joke.
And how dare you get mad and try to use that as a point?
Oh, but
even though Bowblax said he was uncomfortable with it.
yeah, God forbid. And to be honest, I even prefaced it saying, hey, you know, like, if we're taking the shitpost seriously like you are, let's take you sending your tits to Bowblax unsolicited seriously as well. So let's keep going. Then, I don't know how Keffals hasn't deleted this tweet yet. I don't know how. So, Keffals, this is an explicit and unsolicited sexual advance. I was trying to see if he, thought my Sonic meme was funny. You're insane if you think this is anywhere close to this. This is the tweets in question. Back off, Keffals. Back off, Keffals. Tubby needs a real 9-incher right now. A fucking joke on Tipster.
That was great.
That was a funny joke. Wait, hold on. Why isn't Bunk a fucking mod in my chat? The fuck? There we go.
Because you don't trust me, rightfully
I trust
Yes,
you,
Tommy
Bunk.
was right about Bowblax sleeping
That's not a
DMs.
good thing.
Women always ask weird-ass questions. We fucking or no. Just a joke in response to Keffals calling him transphobic. Is it or is it not transphobic to say trans women are not women? It's a joke. If it was on his main account... So think about it. If it was on his main account and he actually held those positions previously or at any point, you could consider that mildly transphobic. But it's a joke. It's like a comedian
Motherfucker
going
said
on stage.
9-incher, more like 9 centimeters. Y'all down bad.
Can
What
you
the
answer that
fuck?
without deflecting? So that's in context to Willie Mack show. So they try to get me on this, and they were just like, "Oh, you're insane if you think this is anywhere close to this." My response: you're insane for taking a shitpost account seriously. I don't think I'm wrong on that one. Debate me that I'm wrong. Keffals, you're a spineless coward for hiding behind lay trolling instead of earnestly speaking your mind. Guys, how many times does Keffal call Keemstar a pedophile as a troll again? Come on, guys.
Really upset
Wait, I think the
when-
motherfucker even did it after the stream.
Oh no, they
Like,
did it after the stream.
After all, and Tipster did it too. After all that talk about jokes and thinking about people and how they feel with these jokes, these motherfuckers went back to doing it. Yeah, Tipster's
I think
cooked.
there's this really annoying tendency online for people to like do like the half joke, right? Where it's like they'll make an opinion, they'll make a statement that's like really spicy,
Mhm.
and if you agree with them, they're like a group of people who really agree with them already. Then like that it's supposed to be taken seriously. Then it's like a serious take that they're supposed to interpret as serious. You know, they're not. But if somebody ever challenges it, if they're asked to defend it, it's like, oh, well, now it's just a joke, right? It was like all
Yeah.
satire the original time, and it's the only thing that determines whether it's a joke or not is what like the audience that receives it. It's like a Schrodinger's cat like situation. You know what I mean? It's like the only one's perceived is their actual reality to like the matter. There's nothing else to it there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's like super annoying. I think
It's
like
annoying.
if you're making statements online, generally there should be not like this.
Thank
this
you
line
for
where you're like making
wishing me a
satire
happy
statements
affiliate
as a
anniversary.
way of like giving your actual opinions.
Yeah,
You should be very clear whenever you're making a joke when you're not.
I guess, but like, do I really have to fucking describe a joke on a shitpost account called Throbbing Horsecock?
Now you do.
Yeah,
After
hold
yesterday,
on,
now you do.
Hold on. I'm talking about Keffals saying that Keemster's
Keffals.
a pedophile. There's
Yeah,
clearly
okay.
a sentiment behind that, all right? There's obviously sentiment behind that. But if you were to ask Keffals to defend it, I have a pretty strong feeling that they would kind of be like, oh, well, it's the case that I'm saying it is just a joke, it's just a troll. But I don't think that's like truly the case. I do think that Keffals takes at least some like issue with the relationship that Keemstar has.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah.
I think it's kind of irritating. I just rather people just stand by their statements.
Yeah, and then I turn it around and I just go, says the person who calls Keemstar a pedophile when he isn't one. Like, this entire situation was blown out of proportion because she made a snap judgment call on Bowblax because she thinks Nick, Augie, and Tom are transphobic. She even admits that in the live stream with Bowblax in the debate. She goes,
Nick
well,
is transphobic?
apparently so. Apparently Nick DeOrio is transphobic.
He
The
gives
guy,
me bad vibes.
he's not. The guy who is single-handedly one of the most left-leaning people outside of Bunk that I know on the internet is transphobic.
It's tough.
He's more left-wing than Bowblax is, I'm pretty sure, actually.
Like, it's shocking to me that Keffals even thinks that. Just because you criticize Keffals doesn't mean you're transphobic.
I want to be clear. I don't even like hate Keffals. I have a pretty neutral opinion on them. Last time we talked, it was like fairly civil. I don't know. I just like I think that like the way that they engage on Twitter sometimes has like points to be critiqued. I just don't like the like again the big thing for me is like I prefer when people don't like irony post their actual opinions. You know,
Right.
it's just like really fucking annoying. It's just
So
like
this
it's annoying as shit.
So this is my other position, right? So she also calls Tom transphobic. Let me kind of like snap that one down. Tom, every time Tom talks about a trans individual, he doesn't dead name them. He says their pronouns. He's right. He goes out of his way to do that, even though if some people from fucking Kiwi farms, like Keffel says, watches him, he still sticks to the conviction that he's like, I'm not gonna dead name this person. I'm not gonna fucking call them the gender that they don't want to be called. Like, he still goes out of his way to do it. Like, he's just not an asshole.
Well, I don't even think you could take people from like Kiwi farms watching Tom because it's like there's this problem I think the drama creators have, and I think there's this tendency to say like you're responsible for the audience you cultivate, which I think to some degree is true. But I think if you're like a political content creator like me, you have like a lot more control over that. Of, like the
Or
opinions
me.
people have about topics that like you don't cover. So like if I talk about politics all the time, if you were to go to my audience, like you're probably gonna find very little like transphobic sentiment or something like that. But if you're somebody who doesn't generally cover like the topic of the philosophy of gender or something like that, you're gonna have more varied opinions about that topic because you just don't speak about it as much. And like the most that you can do is you're not really presenting arguments in favor of holding a position. What you can do is you can kind of moderate and like try and give little leeway to those types of sentiments within your community, but people are always going to have those sentiments regardless. Like even whenever whenever I talk about it pretty constantly, I know there are some people from Kiwi farms, there's some right-wing leaning people who watch my content.
You can't stop people from watching your content. You can't control people. It's like when iDubbbz was like, I have to take responsibility for my audience. You can't fucking take control of everybody. It's impossible.
It's not everybody. You definitely should try and present arguments in favor of things like you think are good. If you have like a problem with an argument you presented in the past, which I think iDubbbz might, I think that might be fine to say. But I'm very hesitant to say like DeOrio is responsible because sometimes people in his replies are like super transphobic.
I'm also
and has to disavow them.
same thing with Tom and Augie. I can't blame Tom and Augie for that. You can't.
I don't
blame
think
them.
my chat likes that
Yeah,
you
'cause
guys
what
are
they-
saying
Well,
like so much.
Shut up.
Because it's the case that with someone like Tom's content isn't political in nature. He covers like drama and things of that nature. So whenever somebody watches a Turkey Tom video, they're not going to be drawn to it due to the opinions that are held there or convinced of like political opinions that are held there. Like I know even like even one of my closest friends right now on like the Discord debate area, like as much as you can call him friends, Eric watches Tom and he's like insanely left wing. But a lot of people within Tom's audience are going to be quite right leaning. It's just like I don't know. There's no real political audience for that. It doesn't cultivate people of a specific viewpoint.
It doesn't. It's just covering fucking drama. That's all it is. I'm gonna skip ahead on this fucking tipster video
cast
to
a
when
wide net.
Keffels literally, that's all it is. It's just you're going to get all kinds of people when you're covering drama or criticizing people. It's just how it is. I'm going to skip ahead in the tipster video by 25 minutes because I'd rather not hear tipster and Bowblax argue about leaking the DMs thing. Yeah, was Bowblax wrong for leaking the DMs? Yeah.
No.
But tipster's done that before, and it is what it is. They made up. They apologized. I don't feel like going on a fucking tangent about that. I
I'm
want to
gonna
talk
give a
about
crazy
what Keffals
hot
called
take,
it.
okay?
What?
I'm gonna give a crazy hot take. Leaking DMs is not that big of an issue, okay? Unless you're saying some insane fucking freak shit in DMs.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got
Generally
nudes in the
speaking,
DMs and
like,
you
yeah,
leak
if
that,
you have
you a
like
problem.
nudes in the DMs, maybe that's a problem. Come on, dude. Like, if you have like a casual conversation, like somebody says like fucking stupid in DM, like I don't really have a big problem. I've gotten my
really
DMs
don't.
leaked for drama. Like I just don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
care that much.
at this point, who really gives
There's
a fuck?
so many other things to care about.
Tipster does.
Yeah, he does. Well, because it's happened so many times to him at this fucking point. it's happened so many times. All right, I want to skip ahead to when Keffals calls in to debate Bowblax because it's so fucking cancer. And to be honest, I'm just gonna say it. It becomes a 2v1, and Bowblax comes out on top. Point blank. Period. Not because I have some preconceived biases towards Keffals. Objectively, Bowblax comes out on fucking top on this live stream. He's just like, what? He's like, but you make jokes all the time. I can't make jokes, but you accuse me of transphobia on your
Chris.
113,000 Twitter account?
Chris,
What?
you have to understand how she feels.
Fuck that.
Oh, well.
Chris, before we play, do you have it on 1.25 or 1.5 speed? Because normal speed will be.
Yeah, we're
such
going to
a
be
long
here for a
time.
while.
All right, we're
Yeah.
going 1.5 because I had to download it because fucking the YouTube player's been acted up on my computer, so I'd have to download it. So it's 1.5 we're going to be dealing with. So deal with mild autism, everybody.
To kind of talk because obviously like there's some tension there, so I figured why not just like have you two get together and have a conversation. And by the way,
Sure.
Clara, we are live right now, just a heads up.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, just want to make sure.
No, I really appreciate it. I wanted to talk to Bowblax. I feel like a lot of our issues come down to a misunderstanding. And Twitter
I've never had any issue with you until literally today, when you called me transphobic.
You were mocking
when
me
you
for
know I'm
drug
not.
addiction like just the other day.
You mock people. You make jokes about people all the fucking time. So
But
what if you
Chris-
make fun of your fucking coke addiction? Snort
But
a line,
Chris-
bitch.
But Chris,
What?
you have to understand how she feels.
I don't care. I really don't fucking care. Like, accusing somebody of being transphobic when they aren't transphobic over a joke is fucking psychotic to me. I'm fucking
But
sorry.
Chris,
What?
you cared enough to say you don't care.
That's
so you do care.
That is the most retarded fucking argumentative line. Shut your fucking mouth, Smaggle.
It was a month ago, and it was when you were calling me transphobic.
If I remember that interaction correctly, it was me taking a jab at your friends.
Yeah, you were calling me and my friends transphobic. And then you said it was a troll and a joke, and I'm like, okay.
Well, it started out as a misunderstanding of like a tweet being retweeted from Keffals that you thought for some reason was about you, and it wasn't about you. It was about a situation involving a trans creator.
I did not think it was about me. So I responded
when
to
I
it being
retweeted
like,
that,
who,
I don't mean to cut you off, but when I retweeted that, you literally DM'd me asking me why did you retweet a tweet calling me transphobic, and that's the tweet.
because I responded to Keffals asking who it was, and then she alluded that she was talking about me and my friends, and then that's when I thought she was talking about me and my friends, and that's when I DM'd you. Initially, I was just curious who she was talking about, just generally, because I saw it on my timeline.
So I can explain. Just let me get back in for a second. I can explain the context because like when you initially responded, I was kind of on guard because the last time that you immediately asked like name names, you were talking to Tipster on the stream when Tipster announced that he was leaving the commentary community, and it seemed like you were trying to like you thought that I was talking about your friends because you wanted to like start some sort of drama. That's at least how I interpreted it immediately. So I was just defensive.
Okay, but I didn't think it was.
I was just defensive. So that automatically assumes that if Bowblax is making a joke, that means you can label him a transphobe. Is that how
Yes.
that works?
Yes, absolutely. That makes sense.
Oh, fuck me, dude. This is so cancer.
About, but then you like implied that it was about me and my friends. So of course I end up thinking that afterwards. Like you let your fear become true by already assuming that that was the case.
I mean, yeah, I do think your friends are transphobic. I'll stand by that.
Okay, but do you think I'm transphobic?
I thought that tweet that you made was transphobic.
You're a fucking idiot then. I understand that they all make up after this, but when I heard that initially, I sat back. I'm like, you're a fucking dumbass. You're an actual dumbass. It's a fucking shitpost account. The bio literally reads 9 inches. It literally reads 9 inches. What the fuck? What's the bio again? Good vibes. Pride flag horsecock. Black 9 inches. and you're taking this account seriously.
Okay, but it
What?
was still transphobic.
No, it wasn't. It's a fucking joke.
We live in a world of transphobia.
No, just because it was a joke, that means it's not transphobic.
Dude, I do not hold comedians to standards when they say crazy shit on stage. I don't see it as them voicing political opinions. I see them making fucking jokes. You should be able to laugh at literally everything. I have no issues with people that are making jokes. Bill Burr's made jokes about beating fucking women before. Dave Chappelle's made jokes about the fucking LGBTQ community.
These people
Don't
are
give a
actually
fuck.
funny though. Don't compare
but
these
like,
fucking
but think
weirdos.
But think about it in that context, right? These people make those jokes, and people try to cancel them for being comedians. Bowblax makes a fucking throwaway joke in 2019 on a shitpost account, and somehow he's being labeled transphobic because Keffals immediately does guilt by association because she thinks Tom, Nick, and Augie are fucking transphobic. Doesn't that sound crazy to you, the line of logic there?
No,
Shut
because
up.
I understand how they feel.
You're just, I'm being trolled in my own call, and it's fucking frustrating the shit out of me.
but Chris, you're asking us questions we already know. We know Keffals and Tipster really walked that line and tried to essentially gaslight Bowblax, and it didn't work. Nobody bought it.
Nobody did, bro. The whole comment section. We're gonna go over that later.
Like, you go
That
to this
shit's funny.
motherfucker's comment
That
section.
shit's funny.
Everybody was just like, "Fuck it." Tipster L.
That account is like, I've tweeted on it I think 20 times over the last 10 years, and it's like, I think the account used to also be called motherfucking Mark and other shit, and I just want to, like, I don't know, the account basically exists for me to follow like the blocked accounts for my Twitter versus thing, and I don't know, I just wanted to make like random tweets like as like a really like horny character or whatever. It wasn't like legit, and I had like 2 followers, so I don't know, especially after the conversations we've had in DMs where I've talked about supporting trans people. I literally tweeted out that LGBTQ indoctrination isn't real. I've made entire YouTube videos saying that like being transphobic is just as bad as being racist, et cetera, and all this shit. And then you see one little tweet 4 years ago on an alt account I never use of me completely playing a character saying nothing that I actually believe, just me going nutso.
Okay,
And-
I'll concede to that I didn't see that the tweet was 4 years old.
But you won't concede that it's not transphobic. Okay.
Like obviously people change and grow over time.
I
But I
wasn't even
also-
transphobic.
I
back
got an
then,
honest
but-
question.
I also
Chris.
think it's just
What's
kind
your
of like
question? What's your question?
Like it ain't even a meme. It's just an honest question. So, because somebody brought it up in my chat, did Keffals used to run something called Boy Ranch?
Okay, they talk about it in this debate. I know very little about the Catboy Ranch shit. I know very, very fucking little. I'm not a Keffals expert. They talk about it here and say that it was an account that was meant for trolling, is what the Catboy Ranch thing was, and then people took it seriously. That's Keffals' defense of it. I don't know a lot about it.
You mean to tell me a troll account got taken seriously, and now Keffals is taking another troll account seriously?
It's almost like there's a lot of hypocrisy going on in this call.
My oh my oh my.
Oh man.
it's kind of a cop out to like continuously respond in a character when everyone knows it's you and no one knows that you're playing a character.
How does nobody know I'm playing characters? Obvious, I've said it when it got leaked, and like the account's called Throbbing Horsecock, and it's saying like the most ridiculous shit. Like, I'd fuck Joe Biden. That's the tweet right under the trans tweet, by the way. Like, you really think I want to fuck
I don't
Joe
know
Biden?
I don't know the lore on this. I didn't see the fuck Joe Biden. I didn't see that tweet.
It's right under the.
You didn't see the tweet, but you didn't see the year of the tweet, but you saw the tweet and immediately assumed that Bowblax is transphobic.
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody saying they'd fuck Joe Biden, I'ma honestly think is a troll.
Dude, anyone who says that they want to fuck Joe Biden is trolling. Period.
But do we understand how Joe Biden feels about that?
Joe
Wait,
Biden.
what about like young girls who like to fuck old men?
Dude, if any girl wants to fuck Joe
Tipster
Biden,
sold
it's
his
a troll.
integrity for what? Keffals
It's a
How do you
straight
know that?
troll. It's a straight troll.
You don't
I
know
believe
that.
this.
What
I
if
don't
they
believe
like
these
his
people.
long flowing gray hair?
Yeah.
God damn it! Shut up.
Maybe the
I'm
young
mad
girls
because he
wanted-
got Riz and you
Stop
don't.
lying, cat boy.
Yeah.
You're telling me
but-
that
but-
the dementiated president that everyone makes fun of has more Riz. You're out of your fucking mind.
You know, maybe
I
some
mean,
girls
look, he might be
like-
able to pipe a bitch down. All that confusion
Dude,
he got
maybe,
going
maybe
on.
some girls like when the old man sniffs their hair, you know?
No,
It's-
none of them do. Not a single fucking girl does. You're fucking delusional.
the trans.
Chris, have you ever been with a woman?
Yes, idiot. Why are we doing this? Shut up.
Jalen doesn't count.
Whoa.
That's tough.
That's fucking nasty. That's a
tough.
hard no. That's a hard
That's
no.
tough.
I was out
That's
all day. I
tough.
wasn't like browsing the account and like digging up dirt
She's
and
probably
doing
just seeing
research on
people
that.
tweet out the screenshots and stuff.
But then you
Yeah.
called me transphobic and blocked me immediately. Don't you think that's like, especially after the conversations we had and all the stuff I've said that's pro-trans, don't you think that's like kind of jumping the gun like extremely? If you just see
No.
one random tweet from an alt account that's 4 years old,
No,
and,
because based
versus
on your
all of the
friends,
evidence
I
of me.
honestly didn't know how much I could trust you or how sincere you were being.
Hey, I couldn't trust you or know how sincere you were being, so I accused you of being a transphobe for having a shitpost account with a joke on it.
Yeah, and you know,
Doesn't that sound insane?
hearing this again and not hearing Tipster push back on this shit is like, my guy, anybody can do this to you, and you'll just have to sit there and take it.
Yeah. This whole entire call from start to finish is just a massive fucking cope from Keffals being called out by everybody being like, what are you talking about? You do the same fucking thing. Why did you call Bowblax transphobic for nothing?
Look, everybody, I'm sorry I pushed Tipster into talking about more things that he thinks about. Like, it's my fault.
You need to stop telling people to stop fucking covering
My
politics.
bad.
You need to stop.
I just told the motherfucker, like, yo, you got opinions, speak your mind. I ain't know it would turn into hypocrisy. I just thought the motherfucker would be like, fuck y'all, this is my take, deal with it. Like a real motherfucker. My calculations wasn't for this.
Tipster made a pinned comment on his video. Lol. We'll read that later.
Doggy is
I'ma read
he's
that
very
shit now.
transphobic.
Fuck
Like, this
you
isn't
mean.
contestable.
You want to read it now?
I'm gonna read it now.
All right, let's fucking pull it up then.
I'll read it to my fucking own chat. Give a
Oh my god, shut up. Here we go.
please put it on the screen because it's long.
It's okay. Let me put it on the screen. Oh wow, it's really long.
Motherfucker said, thanks a lot, Leon. What could I do?
Have it on screen. Let's read it real quick. All right. Hello, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to provide some clarification.
Oh no. Why is it not showing up?
I don't know. It's fucking. Hold on. Let me try this because Discord's been acting weird since they did their fucking update. There we go. I wanted to take a moment to provide some clarification regarding this conversation, as it seems my intentions with this have been misunderstood. First, oh my god, it's way longer than I thought.
I'm saying, you didn't type read more?
Fuck. First off, I wasn't upset about Bowblax leaking my DMs. It was less about the DMs.
Wait, yes, he was. He said he was.
Oh my god.
He said he was.
I know, bro. It was less about the the DMs and had more to do with the fact I felt like doing so. Wait, what? What? He was dragging me into a feud with him and Keffals, and I didn't appreciate that. I felt like that was between the two of them, and it should have been dealt with between the two of them. Secondly, I felt like the whole thing between Keffals and Bowblax was a big misunderstanding, and I felt like them talking could easily resolve it. When Bowblax told me she had him blocked so that they couldn't have that conversation, I offered to bring her on if she's willing, which she was, and we did.
Why is he explaining
I don't know.
he said?
I don't know.
Like, what he's explaining is what he did in the video, and he said that.
It's literally just explaining what's happening in the fucking video.
Like, he even says, like, he wanted to drag her in, but he couldn't because Bowblax got blocked.
Oh, God, this is so funny. Which she was, and we did. And as expected, there were misunderstandings on both sides, and in the end, it was resolved. Not really, because Keffals didn't walk away thinking that anyone wasn't transphobic. She was just like, oh, well, I accuse Bowblax because I assume everybody that Bowblax is around is transphobic. Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Last thing, I want to address the whole she can make jokes, but he can't argument. Oh, here we go. I'm not policing anyone's ability to make jokes. People are free to make whatever jokes they want. I was simply explaining that the person on the receiving end doesn't have to like those jokes, and that sometimes a joke can make someone uncomfortable. Oh my fuck.
Like somebody making a joke about someone being a pedophile for dating a legal adult.
Yeah, it's almost
Huh. Funny.
No one is saying who can and cannot make jokes, but it is important to understand that not everyone has to be okay with jokes you are making. Comedy is subjective, and sometimes something you might find funny, others won't. As a side note, I have reached out to Bowblax privately and apologized to them if the conversation came off as anything other than asking them to keep me out of their feud and trying to help the two of them resolve the disagreement. My intentions here were never anything beyond that, and I am sincerely sorry if it came off any other way. Now, I have been on the internet long enough to know most of you won't give a shit about this clarification, and that you're just going to think whatever you want and feel however you want about it. And it is what it is. I'm still choosing to put it out there to make my position very clear. There you go. That's Tipster's statement on the whole situation. God damn it.
Massive fucking flop.
Cope. I'm gonna be real. Bit of a cope.
It's a massive flop.
Massive cope. All right, let's see here. Let's keep going. God.
He's done and said and defends heinous shit.
Guilt by association it's just so dumb, which is why I don't like
Well,
hate Tipster for anything that you do, right?
While I would agree, like, guilt by association is dumb, you were defending them, saying that your friends aren't transphobic.
I don't think Augie or Nick are transphobic, but I can understand maybe why you would come to that conclusion. That's like a conversation that, I don't want to speak for them, but I genuinely don't think they're transphobic. But I can't like defend everything they've ever said either, because I just don't know. I'm not like familiar with it. I'm not them. But I just know what they've said in private and stuff like that, and what I see and stuff. And I don't think they're transphobic. Like, literally, Nick goes out of his way to make sure that he like says the right pronouns for everybody, even if he dislikes them. He hates Jalen, but he always calls her she. And I think he's always called you she, and I think he's mocked people for calling you he or by your dead name. So
put out a
I will give him
tweet
credit for
about
that
it.
because I do remember a conversation that, or rather a tweet that Nick put out back when people were initially critical of Keffals. He put out a tweet something along the lines of, "I hate whenever we criticize Keffals, all these legitimately transphobic fucking people come out." And I had the same sentiment because it's true. Like, back when we were critical of her, any time we would say anything negative of Keffals, and it wasn't about her being trans or anything, all these like legitimately hateful fucking people would use that to bolster their transphobia, and it was like really fucking annoying.
it's
And
crazy,
this is part of the problem, though, with being really neutral about different communities, right? Like, if you're just like, I don't necessarily agree with what this creator's saying, and you don't take a stand against it, even if that creator is being explicitly transphobic and encouraging it, you're going to let that audience into your audience, and they're going to do that.
They've actually been leaving because I've been making videos that are pro-trans, like the.
My issue with that, right, is why do I have to placate to idiots? Can't your intentions be known based on what you're saying? Why do I have to sit here and be like, now guys, don't be transphobic? Why do I have to police that?
Because you have to understand a hypocrite's feelings.
But hold on, if you're a transphobic piece of shit, you're not welcome in my community because you're not gonna like what I have to say because I don't dead name people. I stick to their pronouns. I did it for the fucking quite thing. I've done it for Keffals. I've done it for Jalen. So if you don't like me not dead naming them, they get the fuck out. Like, that's it. It's that simple.
Wait, you don't dead name? I gotta unsubscribe.
He doesn't dead name, but he says slurs.
Listen, you gave me the pass that one time. I used it for the year.
You should have heard what he said about Jalen in that one stream.
That was a fuck up. Shut up.
The Sunny V. I made a video on Sunny V2. Lost a lot of subs off that. I made a video against Synthetic Man's transphobic.
Okay,
and
let me
homophobic.
clarify it. I wasn't talking about you or your audience, but I was specifically talking about like Augie's audience, Nick's audience. Not Nick's audience. One of like the worst ones has got to be Tom's audience, right? Because like you look at his channel and like some of his biggest videos, he's just like constantly referencing Kiwi Farms. He won't say a single bad thing about Kiwi Farms. So like
what are you talking about? Tom hates doxing. He literally talks about it. And Kiwi Farms does doxing. He disavows doxing. Like, what the fuck are you...
Also, what the fuck does this have to do with Bowblax?
It literally doesn't. It's literally her trying to position herself to being like, well, your friends I think are transphobic, which means that you are potentially transphobic.
That's just...
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Listen, I talked to Michael Alberto before all the crazy shit happened. Does that make me an America First supporter? No. Like,
yes.
No, it's not. Like, that's fucking crazy. I fucking hate this shit. Hold on, wait. QTV with the 5. It's not going through TTS, but Chris, Can I still use the word retard? I have to ask. Apparently, you dictate my opinion as a member of this audience. Say retard all you want. I don't fucking care.
Go into the comment sections on like any of his video about me, and it's just literally full of people complaining that he won't
You're
detonate
not,
me
you don't,
because
you don't
he's
have
appealing to
autism.
that audience.
You
So,
can't
Like
say
Tipster
that.
earlier in this conversation before you came in said it's annoying whenever you do something that everyone is like, oh, what's your thoughts on that,
Bitch.
Tipster? Would you agree with that? Like people shouldn't be like getting on Tipster's ass for stuff you do?
No, I mean for sure.
So
Yeah, I
then
expressed to him
why
that-
are you getting on my ass for audiences of my friends?
I don't
then
think she's
thinking
getting
I'm
on your ass right
transphobic
now. I think she's
of-
explaining.
Oh, no.
She's definitely on his ass about it. She's like, well, I thought your friends were transphobic, so I called you a transphobe because I couldn't trust you. How is that not getting on his ass for the people that he associates with? Explain that to me. Somebody. I'm begging you.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm begging you to explain that logic to me. Please. Fucking goddamn.
audience
I
and
don't
Nick's
think she-
audience and Augie's audience.
I don't
I
think she's
wasn't
getting on
talking
your
about
ass.
your-
She's explaining her reasoning as to why she feels the way.
Yeah,
she
but
does
I
about
don't
the audience.
understand how my friends' audiences having transphobic viewers outweighs all of the other pro-trans shit I've said.
She's not
Like,
talking
why do
about
I
you,
like? Why
though.
do I? But no, she is talking about the reason she called me transphobic off the horse tweet, and then she's like, she literally said, "I can't trust you," and this is the reason why. Like, I can't trust you when you say you're pro-trans or whatever.
You
Isn't
can
that what
see
you just
though.
said?
You can see right that how it would make someone suspicious if you're saying like, I can't tell if the people that I associate pretty closely are or aren't transphobic. I can't defend their actions one way or another. However, my actions don't
Well,
reflect
it's
that.
because you're
but-
not saying any specific actions of them, and I don't have an encyclopedia in my head of everything Augie and Nick have said. But genuinely, I don't think they're transphobic, and nothing I've personally seen them say publicly or privately indicates they're transphobic. So you'd have to give me an example.
I mean, I will say, like, Augie's definitely said some pretty sussy shit on his Rumble streams.
What did he say? Give an example. Guys, let me ask you. One's in the chat if you think Tipster or Keffals gives actual examples of Augie saying some sussy shit in his Rumble streams. I'm curious, do you think that they actually give real evidence or at least reference something that he said? Or did they just call it sussy things? I'm so curious what the chat thinks.
I thought he did give an example.
I don't think
Yeah,
he does.
did.
I don't
Didn't
think
he-
he does.
I don't think this is like something for like the Rumble thing, but didn't he bring up the lolly thing again?
I have no idea. I didn't watch the Rumble shit, but when I watched this, there was
No,
no
I'm
real
talking about
example.
I'm talking
What is
about this
it?
conversation.
This conversation, I have no fucking idea. I know the lolly. I know Tipster brought up the lolly shit, but they're talking about transphobia. That's what they're talking
Well,
about.
I thought they used the lolly thing as an example.
They used the
of,
lolly
like, some
thing as to
shit.
why Tipster left the community. Like that was the
Yeah.
final.
That's
bridge
another
burner.
thing. Stop just leave the community shit.
Please.
The gayest shit y'all be fucking saying. You stopped talking to 5 fucking people. You didn't leave no fucking community.
You know, I just want to say something about. I know we're not even on it, but like, I just want to say something about the whole lolly shit in the first place because Tipster keeps saying like, oh, he defended his friend for supposedly liking lolly, and it's not lolly, and everyone who says it's lolly is stupid. I fucking asked the artist who drew the fucking character that the person liked, that Rum liked, is it lolly? And they blocked me. So I'm gonna guess that it was indeed LollyCon.
I thought
so,
it came out
I
later
mean,
that it was confirmed to be that.
I think so as well. I'm not sure, but maybe.
Still, God damn it.
So
I'm
I
not
will
on
say
the
that,
I'm not on the lolly conversation. I'm focused on this.
Oh,
yeah, I
we're
don't know
gonna
watch
get
his
back
Rumble
to
streams or
that.
If you like partake in
I
those, but,
only
like,
watch his streams that I'm on, so no, probably
okay.
not.
Yeah, he said some pretty sussy shit on his Rumble streams. Like their intention was like to mock me because I was talking about like the nominal Naomi like trans breastfeeding thing, but they were making a lot of like comments that could be interpreted as transphobic during that stream.
But yeah, Keffals, you do see how your
I
like reasoning
appreciate
for
the
calling you
sub,
transphobic
Repsia.
is like,
She's-
from my point of view and from probably everyone else's point of view, it's just like so.
She even
Like-
conceded on that. She said she didn't even realize the tweet was like 4 years old or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't understand any of the context from.
I
this
mean, if you
stuff.
were legitimately concerned, as Tipster said before you joined this conversation, why didn't you just DM me about it instead of blocking me and then calling me a transphobe? It seems like really extreme to do that.
Because I don't know how you're going to react. Like, in the course of all of this, you ended up leaking all of Tipster's DMs. Like,
Not all of them.
That
Just a
seems like a
portion.
pretty extreme reaction as well.
Yeah, when
And
you call
when-
me a sexual harasser and a transphobe, of course I'm gonna get upset. Like you said, you don't know what my reaction would be if you DM'd me, so you assume that my reaction would be better if you blocked me, called me a transphobe, and then followed up by saying I'm a sexual harasser.
I'm not gonna lie, he got her on that one. He got her on that one. Wait, you didn't even give the man a chance to defend himself. You just blocked him and straight up accused him of shit. That's absolutely pathetic. That's bitch made behavior. That's why everyone made fun of you, Keffals. That's why nobody takes you fucking seriously. That's why everyone makes fun of you on a constant fucking basis because you do shit like this on the daily.
Like,
Yeah,
what's
I'm
the-
gonna stand by it that was really creepy, like consistently doing that kind of thing. Understanding that it's a character now, I feel a bit better, but I don't know how I was supposed to understand. I thought you were just like, you just had a weird alt.
No,
Because
I
I
mean,
don't
if you
know
look at
much
the hit,
about, I don't know
Yeah.
the history. I don't know any of the history of any of it.
So
I
you
just saw like
accuse
the
him
tweets
regardless?
because
then
people were
maybe you
talking
shouldn't have
about it.
tweeted about it if you didn't know anything about it.
See, I feel like
I
that's
was just
pretty
trolling
fair.
back, you know, like how you've trolled in the past, you know? And I thought, you know, because you went aggro on me, and I'm like, okay, how do I respond to this? I could get angry. You blocked me. I can't talk to you about it. Why not just play into the character a little more and, like, kind of let you know it's a joke? Like, hint, hint, wink, wink. Like, I don't actually have a 9-inch cock and want to fuck you, you know?
Okay, well,
So
I didn't know.
that was my approach, but
Do you think? Can I ask you a question, Bowblax? So like obviously
Yeah.
you're upset with like she said that like you know you were sexually harassing her or whatever, and I can understand why those tweets would make her feel uncomfortable 100%. Do you think it's kind of like fucked up to kind of like turn it around and say, well, like she was harassing me, she sent me like a video of her.
How is it fucked up? She said tits jiggling to him. If we're
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, if we're gonna take the shitpost account seriously, is it uncharitable for us to make fun of the fact that she sent a jiggle video to him of her tits bouncing like Rouge the Bat? If she's going to accuse him for his shitpost account of being transphobic, why can't he turn around and be like, I was actually uncomfortable that she sent me tits? What the? Where's the logic? Explain
All right.
that to me.
I just want to point out that I see that Infallible Foul wrote in Tipster's chat.
Oh, what's up, Nick?
It comes off, I guess, it comes of as disingenuine. It's fair for her to feel distrust. I just want you to know that Infallible Foul is like one of the biggest longtime Tonka faggots from like the last fucking 7 years of A-logging us. I just want to
chill.
that.
Leon's on Twitch. He's on Twitch.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You fucking did an Edwin,
Fuck
dude.
it.
What the fuck?
Do what you want.
So
My stream.
sorry.
I'll
I
take it.
guess
Leon
Leon just
stream.
doesn't care.
My
I
bad.
don't give a fuck. I'm on kick too.
Nick, I have a question to ask you. How do you like? You are the least transphobic person that I am
Nick
aware
left.
of. Oh, he
Nick
left.
left.
I was about to ask him. He does
Why
this.
did
I'm gonna ask him a fucking question.
he said it. I'm not gonna fucking be mad at it.
Oh my god, that's
He
funny.
fucking
I don't give a shit about him using the
Tell him
word.
come
I was just-
back.
Yeah, Nick, come back for a second. Come back for a second. I just want to know, like, the whole transphobia thing that she's using as a deflection on Bowblax's actual points. How does
fuck it. My Twitch
how
chat will
does
let
that
me
even
know if it
feel?
gets removed.
You're gonna be fine? You're gonna be fine. It doesn't
Well-
matter. We'll deal with it later.
Sorry again. And that, by the way, was my name is Bowblax. I'm a partnered streamer, okay, on Twitch. So if you want to take it out on anybody, take it out on Bowblax, me.
Nick, I gotta ask, when she used the deflection of saying that, well, I accused you of being transphobic because of your friends, and she listed like you, Nick, and Tom, you, Augie, and Tom. It was like, I'm trying to understand what she's trying to get at. Tom doesn't
Well,
dead name.
as someone who just made a very homophobic slur on the live stream, I would like you to know that I'm one of the largest LGBTQ advocates in this community. And shockingly, despite the irony of that comment, it's true. So I don't really care if Keffal, like, the issue is like this whole purity test thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to defend things that Augie said in the past or positions he might hold. I don't know what the fuck they are, to be honest. And I
Right.
think that a lot of people have made their mind up on some of those things. I don't think Augie's a hateful person. I don't think he's transphobic. I think Bowblax is probably the most progressive person in this entire community. If I had to guess, I think he's the edge, that if you go off the edge, you become tipster. But he's like probably the most progressive person in this community. Bar maybe his tweets about, I guess some of the, like the tattoo comparison to gender affirming care was probably a pretty nuclear tweet for him. But in general, he's pretty typically like on their side of most issues involved with like gender. Now, at the same time, I'm just tired of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, back in the day, it was like you say trans rights, you advocate, you advocate. I guess when drama would come up for trans people, you'd make the "Hey guys, it would be cool if we don't fucking like misgender everybody" comment. I've done all that stuff, but I guess somewhere along the line, like the last 8 months, it's like if you're not in the trenches in every single trans issue, you're not doing enough. And it's like, okay, I don't pass the purity test then because it's really not. Again, this sounds shitty. I said this on Augie's stream, and I will 100% clarify it here. Unfortunately, as a cis white male, gender politics isn't like my main concern. I don't have like a super passionate position one way or another outside of like let people live their lives. Whether that means that they're transgender or they're gay, queer, bisexual. Literally, like I'm very like live let live kind of thing, not like who you should do that in the fucking in your own house kind of shit. I don't give a fuck if you're like flamboyant or anything like that. Totally cool with like all people. That being said, people like Keffals are going to run around and say that you're X, you're Y, you're Z because you didn't interfere here, you didn't say this, you didn't say that. And I found that it's not worth appeasing those people.
No.
And I would rather entirely disengage and basically lose your opportunity to have another trans advocate in this community or LGBTQ advocate. And I think that's, I honestly, that would be the position I would rather have right now than to sit here and try to like pass every single new purity test that's thrown my way.
Yeah.
So I don't care anymore.
But most people, that's the thing. It's like most people just are your kind of position where it's like live let live. I don't really give a fuck. Enjoy your life, like whatever. Why do I have to like sit there and demand that people do these things and, like you said, go through every single fucking purity test? Like, I make jokes, people make jokes all the time, but nobody's fucking like actively being transphobic. And if you're actively transphobic, you're a fucking dickhead. That's it. That is as deep as it should go. Like, I don't have an issue.
I agree with all this stuff. Again, this is my big issue, and it really just stems from this. A year ago, every drama was we have to talk about pedophiles and rapists. And this year, now it's like, okay, so I kind of got into like the whole politics space a bit to interact with those people more because they weren't just doing the fucking pedo test every fucking day. Now, I don't know if you checked Twitter recently, but now apparently just liking gay people makes you a pedo. So now every gay trans debate is a fucking pedo debate too. And it's just like, I'm just washing my hands from this. I think everybody is fucking crazy. Right now, I think everyone's out of their fucking mind.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what switch flipped in the past few months. It's fucking aggravating.
I will lend credence to this thing. I made fun of the whole like, and I still do, by the way. I made fun of the whole notion of when people were saying there's like a trans genocide going on and stuff like that. You understand the reference I'm making, basically saying like not like lining them up and fucking killing them, but like introducing new laws and stuff like that to push them out and stuff, and like generally changing the actual I guess the nature of how they're viewed publicly and stuff. And I was like, I mean, this is ridiculous. This isn't happening to the degree that they're saying. They're using like they're embellishing it. They're stretching the facts here to try to make their case as if like they're I guess worse off than they actually are. Nowadays, I mean, I don't know if I subscribe to the word genocide because I don't think it quite describes what's happening at all. But I mean, if you're like pro-gay, I'm seeing people ratio you at like 10,000 fucking likes on Twitter. Like people are just like, I saw this Def Noodles tweet where he said like, if people start boycotting every company like Bud Light, they're not going to be able to like drink beer or play video games or any of that anymore. And people are adding him, saying like, okay, pedophile, and ratioing him like 20-1. Now, I know Def Noodles is a lot of fucking things, but Def Noodles is not a pedophile, and that's not a pedophilic statement.
No, it's
that's
not.
Fucking crazy. That is like insane. So it's like I totally understand why people are getting more aggressive with this. And again, that is my ticket to get the fuck out of this conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not dedicating the rest of my online career to debating fucking trans issues with like retards on Discord.
It's not worth it. It really isn't. It's too toxic for no reason. Oh my fucking god! Thank you for your position, dude.
No problem. I just want to make it clear that I like empathize with people, but I'm not.
You're not gonna.
I'm not going at. I've said very early on, and I believe every single person in this call probably agrees with this take I'm about to say. Like straight up, none of us here are like changing the fucking world on YouTube, man. We try to make videos where we talk some shit and we make people laugh and we make entertaining
What?
content.
Really? That's crazy, Nick.
I had this
that's
convo with
crazy.
Xander Hall once where he's talking about like his moral mission to do good, and it's just like I don't see myself as that at all. I'm not your fucking like advocate, your tool to like enact change. I just call people dickheads online. That's me.
It's like everyone just forgot that the internet was supposed to be for fun, and covering drama and commentary is just a laugh at the absurdity of shit, in my opinion. That's at least how I look at it.
That's my point. If you're like a fucking trans person in my audience, I just want you to know, like, you're a fucking human being. All right, I support you. I support what you're doing. That's where it matters to me. Outside of that, I'm not getting involved anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Jesus Christ. This entire fucking situation is so AIDS.
It is. It's cancerous.
My issue still, like, to get back to the Keffel shit, is like the immediate call out of the transphobia thing, and then I'm gonna be honest, Tipster just not pushing on it and being like,
This is where it
no
hurts
reason.
the most to watch, because like it's Bowblax, dude.
Yeah.
It's not Tom. It's not Augie. Like Bowblax. And Bowblax gets clowned on in private, with jokingly, of course, for being a bit of a panderer. Well, where did that pandering get him here? Right in line with the rest of us. It wasn't just Nick, Augie, and Tom, because we refused to bow down to Keffals, who, besides being a trans person, is like the fucking internet Hitler. Like the worst person I know. It doesn't have to do with her being trans. It has to do with her being a disgusting fucking human being, right? So just because we won't bow down to this disgusting fucking degenerate human being, suddenly that makes us anti-trans, it makes us anti-LGBTQ, it makes us more hateful, it makes us like farming fucking degenerate hate clicks or whatever the fuck the current cope is, right? But Bowblax, being a bit of a panderer, always in the Ethan Klein community, debating the people, trying to make them like him and stuff, not knocking the guy, he does it. Well, guess what? He's in line with all of us. Didn't get him far enough. He didn't pass the purity test.
It's because he hasn't disavowed everybody.
Well,
That's
why
their issue.
why take if Bowblax can't pass the purity test? How the fuck am I supposed to?
You're not.
How are
You're-
you supposed
We're all
to?
fucked. We're transphobic.
Yeah, Leon. How is Leon gonna pass it? How am I? How are you? Nobody's gonna be able to pass
I'm not
the line.
passing shit.
Yeah, you ain't passing shit.
Yeah, that's it. I'm pulling out. What's the website all the fucking college kids used to cheat?
Quizlet?
Not Quizlet. Chegg. I'm pulling out Chegg. I'm cheating. Yeah, I'm pulling out Chegg. I'm not studying. I'm cheating.
That's fair enough.
I'm cheating on the exam. I'm just never talking about it again.
That's the way to do it at this point. All right, let's the jiggle tits thing. I can't.
All right, I'll let you guys go because
Of
I'm
course.
monologuing a lot.
No, your monologuing is valuable. Thank you, man.
Peace out.
See ya.
Jiggling
Peace
her
out.
tits when it's like it's a meme about her like.
I'm clipping
Yeah,
these
but mine's a
things.
meme too.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna clip my infamous moment. It was funny.
It was funny. It was funny. It was one time, and you haven't said it ever. You're fine.
I don't even
I've
think
said it.
Nick knows who I am.
No, I'm
But
pretty.
if he was really serious about like being like sorry about it, I hope he knows I don't give a fuck.
No, I know you don't give a fuck, and I'm pretty sure Nick is now gonna know that you don't give a fuck. You're good.
But like
Mine's a
you,
meme
but,
too.
but you can understand how like okay, she's like saying I'm sexually harassing her, and then you flip it around and do the same thing. You can understand how that's kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah, it is kind of
Wait,
weird. Like responding
She
to
made
an accusation.
sexual messages to me and say
This
That's
isn't
not a
sexual.
sexual-
It's a
that's not
meme.
a
It's a
sexual
meme of her
message.
impersonating Rouge the Bat.
Hold on. It's a meme of her tits being sent to him, and it's totally cool, right? If we're gonna take it as seriously as Keffals did the shitpost, right? This is my position. If we're gonna give Keffals the same energy that she gave Bowblax, that's sexual harassment. Right there. Just unprompted, sent a video of her tits jiggling. If I'm gonna be as serious as that. Come on.
I'm not even into dudes. Like, I was literally like making a joke about jiggle physics in Sonic Adventure 2. I was trying to like connect with you in some way because I always thought that you were cool, but I didn't know how to connect with you. And I think, okay, wait, I was talking about Sonic on stream once, and then someone in my community made a meme. I'm gonna try and bridge the gap here because I know you like
He
Sonic.
wanted a friend, Chris.
I was trying to-
How
She
could
just
we
wanted-
hate this?
She just wanted a friend, dude. She just wanted a friend. She wanted to send a meme to Bowblax.
She wanted a friend. She just wanted to send some jiggling titties.
Imagine if it was the other way around. You know what? I really want to like bridge the gap with you, and you're a dude, and you just put on
Send me your
sweatpants.
boner.
No, yeah, you just put on sweatpants. And
Wait a
Gray
second.
sweatpants, and you jump up and down.
It
got
all
gray
makes
sweatpants
sense
on right
now.
now.
That's why Tipster became friends with Keffals, because she got the jiggly that he needs.
You're making a joke that happened fucking months ago. Congrats, Smaggle. You caught up to the rest of us.
You know, Chris?
What?
You're a bastard.
You and Jalen were together, so...
Okay, you're a fucking idiot. Did she say... Wait, what was that? Did she say she's not into dudes? Yes, she did.
Oh, so she's dude phobic.
Dude phobic, bro.
Meme with you on that account too. Like I'm
But
not like
I didn't know about the horse thing. Like, and then responding to like the accusation, which is, are we fucking or not? That's just, dude.
Also, the accusation was I'm transphobic, and then I said on the alt account in character, women can't keep the answer straight. I refer to you as a woman. Wouldn't that answer that I'm not transphobic?
I think the issue is that you're assuming that people know what you know. Well, not everyone knows exactly everything.
Yeah, I mean,
that
like
you
a lot
know
of people
about
didn't even know this alt
situation.
account existed until you accidentally leaked it on stream. So like, there's a lot
Yeah,
of
of
lore
course.
that's there that like people weren't.
But why would she accuse me of being transphobic without looking into it? And she assumes I know a bunch of things as well. Like I knew that like, oh, you were joking about jiggle physics and not like trying
I mean,
to
to
do
be
some weird
fair,
shit.
that tweet is very, very like the DMs that you leaked about that. It's very clear what the intention is there.
And I think my tweets are very clear as well.
I feel like if you were to show any person that account without giving them the context that you just gave us on the stream, they would not know what they were looking at.
You're a fucking dumbass. You're a dumbass. It's literally, the bio is black, 9 inches. Hashtag the N-word. Mine's bigger. The @ is throbbing horsecock.
Chris, this doesn't seem like trying to understand and not joke policing Bowblax.
Imagine
Sounds
looking
like joke police to me.
Imagine looking at this account and going, "Yeah, this is entirely serious. These are this person's real opinions and real feelings towards things." Imagine looking at this fucking account.
Yeah, you're right. Aye.
I can't with that. That's so funny to me. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Then why,
Yeah,
when I tweet
of
out
course
the
it
jiggle
doesn't
physics
make any
thing,
sense here.
without
You're
giving the
not
context of
big
you
brain.
saying it's not?
You're a small brain.
I'm very
You-
small brained. I'm so small brained I can't understand that a Twitter account called Throbbing Horsecocks isn't a serious Twitter account.
Exactly, yeah.
I can't understand the logic. My brain is too small, bro. God fucking damn it.
A joke. Everybody thinks it's sexual harassment as well. It literally goes both ways.
Because your
And-
like your audience is cross-pollinated with Nick and Tommy.
Yeah, you gotta
Tom's
understand.
and-
There's like a lot of people who follow you that they already don't like her already. They have like
And-
preconceived notions against her. So
and-
no matter what you
and-
say against her that's negative, they're just gonna be like, "Yeah, Bowblax, call
And
her out,
Keffals'
man."
audience is cross-pollinated with trans allies and stuff, and I don't think that's wrong. But saying I'm a transphobe in front of like an audience of primarily trans pro people, it's really damaging. It literally all the arguments you're making towards me can be applied to Keffals equally, if not more.
Right,
so.
and I'm not trying to like attack you. I'm just trying to like explain to you. You can understand why these things can be interpreted this way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to like make personal attacks at you or like fuck you, Bowblax, or anything. I'm just trying to explain it to you. Like this is why these things can be interpreted in these ways.
Yeah, like
But she
literally.
went
It's,
you went after me before I even made those responses to you on the alt account because of a tweet that I made 4 years ago. You went at me unprovoked when I've never, ever even like said anything mean to you before besides like the Coke thing when I thought you were calling me trans.
I cannot believe that Alex Gekbo and Smaggle caused the domino effect that started this. I'm still in shock that you two idiots somehow fucking created this mudslide of a problem because you fucking decided to fucking blackmail Tipster. It's like the funniest part of all of this. Oh, not
How did
Tipster,
we
Bowblax.
blackmail
No,
Tipster?
you blackmailed Bowblax. I can't believe that the progression of this drama was Bowblax has an alt account that says edgy shit and it's really funny. And then Alex is like blackmailing him in the chat, and now it's turned into, you know, Bowblax is a transphobe per Keffals. I can't believe you assholes did that.
By the way, Chris, you said at the beginning that Bowblax gave Alex $500.
No,
He
I
never
didn't say
gave-
I gave him. Never said he gave the money. I said
Yes, you
blackmailed him.
did.
Did I say give it? He did not give the money.
I feel
You
like
didn't-
you said blackmail.
Yeah, no, I said blackmail.
No, but you also said that he blackmailed him into giving him $500
Yeah,
to Alex.
Do I have to clarify that he actually gave him the money or not? Because he didn't give him the money.
Because you said that he blackmailed to giving him $500. That
Smaggle,
means
your
that he
autism's acting
gives.
up.
That means
Your
means
Your
what do you
autism's acting
mean?
up. Your autism's acting up.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I? I'm not arguing the fucking semantic point with you on that one. You're a fucking idiot.
Transphobic, which we discussed in DMs.
Yeah,
It's
no,
really out of the blue and kind of fucked up, in my opinion, for
I
you
don't
to
think
instigate this.
I don't think it's fucked up. And to be
You call me
fair, like,
transphobic?
the situation was instigated by you in the first place.
No, it wasn't. 4 years ago?
Not
Like,
4 years
instigated
ago.
before I
'cause,
even
like,
knew you?
Because this started back when I made the tweet about Euphoria Tori, and you were asking me to name
We
names.
resolved it in DMs.
Right. So like when I see that screenshot, and I wasn't looking for the year on it. I just saw that it got leaked. I wasn't like doing some big investigative hit piece to try and take you down. I don't think this is going to really affect you in any way. I was really just hurt. Like I thought you just lied to me. Because you're saying like, oh, I'm not.
Chris, she's been lied to.
Yeah, I thought you lied to me, so I immediately label you transphobic.
Kind of Chad play if you think about it.
Shut the fuck up! Shut up!
Chris, I think. Let me explain this to you.
Yeah,
because I
explain
think
it
you're
to
a little
me.
slow.
Explain it to me. Explain it to me.
Keffals is a small
retarded.
child, and this internet world is very scary, and so she's trying to connect with new people. And instead of actually trying to connect with them like a normal human being, she sends a fucking meme clip of her boobs jiggling, and then when people don't like it, she calls them transphobic. Not get. Very fucking retarded once you really say it like that, but
Once you break it down to a child's perspective, yes, it's fucking retarded.
it's
So let's
equally
get
as
back on
retarded that this guy is just sitting there not fucking saying Bowblax is not transphobic.
That's the
But, you
thing,
know.
right? Like, bro, just be like, well, Keffals, Bowblax isn't transphobic then. Like, that's all. Like, I get he's trying to mediate the conversation. If he was trying to be middle of the road on this, he could have been like, Keffals, Bowblax isn't transphobic. You can admit that, right? You fucked up. You accused him of being transphobic for no fucking reason. And Bowblax, she was uncomfortable with the jokes that you made. If he went down the middle on that, you'd be like, wow, you know, like, at least he tried, right? Still stupid that Keffals did it. But you don't have to, like, shit on Tipster for it. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that at all.
And then I see this on your alt account, and like I immediately assumed you just made the alt account look really fucking weird, so no one would assume it's you.
Assumptions.
It was me being bored because I had that account to track block Twitters, and I was just bored and wanted to like be silly, basically. Like
I was
all of the
also, like-
statements on there are so like ludicrous. Like to think any of those statements are legitimate is just like it's kind of nutty.
Yeah, and like there's been other incidences in between this that really did sour my perception of the whole thing, like you trying to like compare getting a tattoo to gender affirming healthcare. And it's
Yeah, they're both major alterations to the body. Obviously,
One
there's
of-
differences.
One of
but-
them is cosmetic.
like-
and the other is treatment.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's such a complex situation.
Yeah,
And
I feel like a lot of the people, and it's funny enough, I actually thought about like at some point maybe inviting you on stream so we can have like a serious conversation.
I don't care about trans debate. Talk about how Keffals accused Bowblax of being transphobic for no reason.
I ain't gonna lie, a tattoo is not really a
No, it's
major
not.
altering thing, so
No,
we could
it's
just
not.
skip this part.
Yeah, we could just like skip that part.
Hey, I'm a girl now. Give me HRT. And it,
with that, like for instance, I started my transition when I was
blah 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 blah
already
blah.
talking
Don't
about
care.
how like, oh, these kids are like the term they use is mutilating their genital.
Oh my
community
god.
that makes it so this happens.
And then those people will get equally as mad when I say something like pro-trans.
Okay, here we go.
Whenever a trans person would end up getting into some sort of argument with anyone in the commentary community, in a negative way, there would be like gripers and shit in their replies. And it's not necessarily anything that you did. It's just like the laissez-faire attitude of a lot of people in the commentary community that makes it so this happens.
So you're trying to hold us accountable for random people that follow us on fucking Twitter because of the laissez-faire attitude of us not actually giving a fuck, and we just cover topics and make jokes. But we have to be accountable for these people? Fuck you. I don't hold anybody in this fucking audience accountable. If you dox someone, I'm calling you a loser and kicking you out. If you're a pedophile, go kill yourself. You know, like shit like that. Easy shit, right? But if you're just shit talking on Twitter or saying wild shit, I ain't gonna fuck you. I don't give a shit.
But Chris, you're responsible for your audience.
I'm not.
You're the mother that birthed these motherfuckers.
Don't even get me
Whatever
started.
that dumbass said.
Don't get me started on that stupid motherfucker. Don't get me started.
And then those people will get equally as mad when I say something like pro-trans. Like, I can't, like, I'm not trying to cater to any specific audience. I'm just saying what I think on Twitter. And obviously, when I say something in a YouTube video, it's way, way, way more like researched and definitive. Like Twitter, I just kind of just throw out like.
Oh, there's Jalen. Bowblax's friends are very right wing, so of course he's gonna have some cringe opinions. Yeah, okay,
Like,
Jalen.
kind of opinions
Isn't
I have are
that the
same as-
motherfucker who constantly every other week is saying the N-word hard R? Like, did I
And-
lose the plot?
Yeah, you did. You lost the plot. You're in a clown world. We're living in a clown world, Leon.
Don't worry about it. I'm
discussion
black.
or whatever.
Fuck
But on
Jalen.
YouTube, I'm very much like firm in everything I say.
And I
And my YouTube audience, I mean, it's literally like.
I
multiple
told
times
you,
bigger than
Chris,
all
when it
the
comes to
admins,
minorities,
and it's
the
like,
blacks are on top.
Oh my god, we still have to do that tier list.
We can do it now.
We're not gonna do it now. We're not gonna do it now.
You know, it's not all the same audience, but
No,
regardless,
Imagine we go from criticizing Keffals for like calling
The
Bowblax
ranking
transphobic-
minority
yeah,
group.
calling Bowblax transphobic for no reason, and then right after this topic, it's like, yeah, let's do ranking of minority stream.
of all that,
Why
it's
not?
just like
I
Let's
really
do it.
appreciate it because like of all of the people I've mentioned so far, you've been like the most open, like the most receptive person to actually talking to me. You've made videos where you actually say something positive about me, where if I do anything anyone likes in that community, they're never going to actually mention that because they hate me so much.
yeah.
and I-
And you say you appreciate that, which I believe, but then you go and jump to the conclusion that I'm transphobic instead of DMing me.
I think it's
tweeting
just like
about
I have so much distrust around that community because of the way that I'm treated and because of how the audience ends up intermingling with the far right.
It's almost like you've done a lot of things that don't let people trust you or have any inclination to trust you, Keffals. It's almost like you've done nothing for you to prove to people that you are worth taking seriously or giving credence to anymore. Like, you haven't done shit. What have
But-
you done? What have
But
you
that
done?
doesn't
but-
seem like. Hold on. That doesn't seem like that's Keffals' fault. It seems like it's
What do you
our
mean?
fault.
It's not our fault. If she does actions that are beneficial, she will be praised for those actions. And if she's doing the right things and she's like, you know what, I'm going to stop accusing people of crazy shit. I'm going to stop fucking celebrating people being deplatformed and shit. If she just cut that out, everyone would be like, don't want to talk about Keffals anymore. Nobody gives a shit. And when she
Dude,
says
but-
something good, everyone's going to be like, yeah, that's a good take.
But Chris, you're criticizing a trans woman, so i.e., you're transphobic.
Fuck!
Yeah, that's all I have. Yeah.
I'm trapped in a bubble and I can't leave. God damn it.
That
the world.
it was easy for me to
It's the world. It's just the world. It's just
We're
the
all
world.
transphobic. We're all bigots.
All of it. It's like that Anisa Sarkeesian clip where she's like, everything is transphobic, everything's homophobic, everything is racist. It's literally
Put those
like,
dirty niggas in the field.
Keffals.
I can say it, I'm black.
Commentary community
I
is
got
a
rank.
hive mind
yeah,
when
you could say that.
you very much seems like you want to
Told you, black people top minority.
Judge individuals.
400 years of
So true,
slavery.
Grizzly.
jump the gun. I am sorry. I didn't
Okay,
know that you
I
were using
appreciate
that
your
account like
apology.
that.
And hopefully you do understand that like that account was just a joke and I was just playing into it because I felt like after you blocked me, like that was kind of the only way I could do it. That wasn't like harsh or whatever. I don't know. I was just.
Yeah,
I'm also trying to help people realize that, like, when the account leaked, a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is real opinions," but through those
Yeah,
replies, I'm like helping
no.
people realize, "Hey, it's just a joke."
You're
And I'm probably
literally
also
just-
not going to tweet on that account ever again.
Josh, you're
from
just
now.
like me. You're literally just like me. You don't even understand. You remember like the fucking Capway Ranch account? You remember like all the drama
I know
with
there was like a
Capway?
drama around Catboy Ranch and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever they pull up old tweets from that account, people don't understand that that entire account was a bit where I was playing a character, and they assume it's like 100% what I earnestly believe. Which
Then why did you automatically assume that's what Bowblax believed if you've been through the same shit?
Because Bowblax didn't understand how she felt, Chris. She's fucking stupid.
She's so stupid it hurts, bro. She's so stupid it fucking hurts. How is this woman like taken seriously in the political sphere?
What are we defining as the political sphere? Because I
Like,
hope you're not talking about
The
Twitch
debate.
streamers and YouTubers.
Oh, I'm talking about like the fucking Twitch streamers and all these people. That
You
are
mean
like,
the
she's-
collection of people that
she's a
don't
tr-
change the
she-
world?
She's a
don't
trans
do
icon.
anything.
She's dude. She
No.
had a very fucked up.
No. Bruce Jenner is more of a trans icon. This motherfucker's an internet personality.
So true. Bruce Jenner ran a bitch over with their car.
Exactly. Like, stop this. Need y'all to. I'm gonna need y'all to dumb down this icon word, cause that nigga ain't it.
Oh god.
Sounds fucking unhinged.
Side note: when I
Yeah,
call
and,
somebody
like, with me, it's-
dude, it ain't about no man. I could call any motherfucker a dude.
Dude is a neutral term at this point.
And that's for Xylee, because Xylee got on my ass for that.
What for saying dude?
Yeah.
Xylee.
I don't mean to say it like she was like saying I was
I
saying
know.
something mean. It was like she jumped on my neck. It's like, shut up, dude.
It's just it's a neutral term at this point. It's like calling people bro. Like no one gives a shit.
I'm
It's
gonna
just
start
what it
calling
is.
y'all bitches in a second. That way y'all can really feel mad.
Like so obviously. So you kind of made the same mistake that everyone was making towards you.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I ended up talking to you about this.
Yeah, I think what's important also for like Bowblax to understand. I think Bowblax is like one of the most reasonable people in the commentary community, which is why he's willing to have conversations like this. But you gotta understand from like Keffals' perspective, like there's so many people for the past like couple years or so that have been up her ass about every little thing that she does. She's
It's
got like Kiwi
almost-
Farms coming after her. She's
Aw,
got the
poor
commentary community coming after her.
baby.
She's got people
Oh,
from
yeah.
the left coming after. Like
I'm gonna say one thing. Kiwi Farms coming after her. I feel bad for that. I do. It's fucked. It's fucked. You got trolled and all that shit. But apparently, from what I understand, it wasn't Kiwi Farms that was necessarily doing the worst of it. But okay, sure. But this is the issue, right? She did so many things during that time that are like reprehensible in this community, right? Like things that we shit on people that do that stuff. And she's like, and they're acting like she's some wounded animal. Dude, she did all of that shit. She made those decisions. She literally went
Chris, are you
out
calling a
into the world
trans
and did
woman
it.
an animal?
No. You're an idiot. You know what I mean. don't
we
don't try to
we
clip me
don't know
here.
what you mean. We don't know.
You two are fucking douchebags. I hope you know that.
But this is the thing, Chris. I don't care. Like, you fucking whiny little bastards who will fucking cheer this dumbass gaslighting on, you'll call me transphobic, and I'll stick my dick out and tell you to suck it. Like, you're not gonna make me feel no type of way because two dumbasses are trying to joke police and it ain't work.
Yeah.
And now the motherfucker got to cope in his pinned comments to try to make the shit work for himself. Like, no.
But
You
this-
sat there and tried to gaslight a motherfucker into feeling bad about a fucking spam account.
Yeah.
You
this-
failed.
This is the thing, right? And I'm gonna continue on. It's they want to sit back and act like Keffals doesn't get a fair shake. She doesn't get a fair shake. What has she done since she got out of rehab that is remotely worth people taking her in a different light? I want 5 examples.
I'll give you all 5 right now.
examples.
Tipster's DMs. That's all I fucking got. So, you know.
That's one example. Tipster's been convinced, but there's been nothing that I have seen that makes me not feel like this woman should be non-criticized, right? Like she still does shit that is worth criticism. It doesn't end. You don't just get to walk away. Like it's just not how it works. I could be criticized to the end of fucking time. I don't pay attention to it. I don't give a shit. Just like how Augie gets criticized all the time, and he's like, yeah, whatever, shit happens. Nick gets criticized, yeah, whatever. Tom, nobody fucking cares. You're going to be criticized if you breathe. Get over it.
everybody
You ain't
shoots
lying,
at
because
her.
you fucking mouth breathers. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, like, get over it. Get the fuck
Well, I
over
mean,
it.
Chris, you don't really get any criticism
That is
because
Bullshit.
you're still small. You're a puny channel.
No,
with
I
a
know I'm
puny
small,
subscriber count.
But there are people.
Oh.
There are people out there that have that people send me. They're like, "Oh, you can't believe what this person said about you." I was like, "I don't fucking care. Like, why should I give a fuck?
Because they're important, Chris, and
No,
you're a
but-
YouTuber.
I don't give a fuck."
You know, Chris,
I'm having
if
fun.
if you actually cared, there would be a lot more subscribers there because you would actually be making content.
Oh, if I cared, I would slowly but surely probably end up like fucking Tipster or Jalen that gets in the fights with random fucking
Whoa.
people on Twitter for no fucking reason. What is the point of that?
Making good content.
No, yeah, what they. I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
Constantly. So you can understand why somebody who's in that position would be super fucking defensive, right?
And Weefy has
Yeah,
been,
but like the thing is, like with that tweet, I didn't even go after her though. It just existed and it happened to get leaked, and then you're like punching me while I'm down.
If it
Like,
makes
I didn't
you
even
feel,
go. I didn't even provoke you.
If it makes you feel any better, Bowblax, when Clara and I first started talking, she didn't instantly like trust me either. She was super reserved with me as well. It took her a while to realize that okay, he's not like them. You know what I mean? So
Well, there's a difference between being reserved and being like.
He's not like them.
Yeah, y'all dirty.
Did you not hear that?
Y'all dirty.
Did y'all hear that?
Y'all dirty.
Like
I
them.
agree.
Like
You're,
them.
all
I agree with
like
you're
that.
transphobic incel
But-
losers.
But again, she lumped Nick into that, and I'm pretty sure Tipster knows that Nick is not transphobic. So he's
I'm not,
just,
and again, I'm not seeing no pushback from you.
yeah, well, he's the one who said them. That was
That's
from
crazy.
his mouth.
I ain't even realize that. My bad. Fuck.
That was from his mouth.
You know,
Yeah.
accusing somebody of transphobia. Like, I'm reserved of Keffals,
Well,
but
it's-
I'm not like going out there and saying she's grooming kids or like whatever the fuck other people
I mean,
say.
there's obviously like I think that was one thing that you misunderstood with like that tweet that I made, where it was like a really vague tweet because there was a discourse going on trans Twitter, and I did not want to directly get involved, so I didn't want to name who it was about. But I think maybe you're just like a really like blunt, honest. You say exactly how you feel about a given situation. But a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of
Is it? Are Tom, Nick, Augie, anybody in this community like fucking hiding their feelings on shit when it comes to how they feel about Keffals? I don't think anyone's really hiding that. She tried to tell me I was a spineless coward who just hides behind late trolling for Bowblax, and I'm like, are you retarded? I'm calling you out for being an idiot, and you're just like, you're a coward because you don't say what you think. I'm saying what I think. I think you accuse Bowblax because you are insecure that nobody fucking likes you anymore.
You do got the hair of a bitch, though. So
I gotta cut my hair. It's bad. It's real bad.
people, even
Yeah.
if they feel like pretty negative or like they don't,
Like
And
I didn't-
Bowblax
yeah.
hair.
You can
yeah, they
finish.
don't like trans people, they're not going to say it, especially if they're on the left, because if they're a leftist content creator and they say like trans people are groomers, their career is over immediately.
Who, other than the super fringe one part of the side of the fucking political sphere that calls all trans people groomers, those people are crazy. Why would anybody fucking go with that? What is the point of that? It doesn't do anything. It makes you look like you're mentally ill. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, with that tweet, again, like, I responded asking who it was because I just wanted to know. Like, I didn't even think it was about me until you implied it was about me. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, listening to all of this, like, besides the mistake of me, like, leaking Tipster's DMs without asking him, like, I don't know. I think you fucked up more than me, but
So true.
because you're just assuming a lot of
I
things
just- I
about
just
me. I
think it
never
was-
assumed anything about you.
I just think it was like a misunderstanding all around, like a huge misunderstanding.
I mean,
But I
think
don't think a misunderstanding should escalate to someone
Haven't you
falsely
already
calling
said
me
you
a
have, like,
transphobe. Like, I do think you.
Chris,
I
Haven't you already
understand the
said you have-
reasons, but
can I ask you a question, Chris?
Yeah, what's your question?
Let's say you and me have a misunderstanding about some information,
I'm gonna call you the N-word.
and I'll call you a pedophile. Like that makes sense, right?
I
That
know,
makes sense
it-
to everybody.
That makes so much sense, dude. The absolute second that Leon does something I don't like, I'm immediately calling him the hard R on Twitter.
Right, and we're gonna hop in a Discord call. We're gonna have Xylee mediate, and we're gonna forgive each other, and then we're gonna go right back to calling each other niggas and pedophiles.
That's exactly how it's gonna go.
And once again, this is not somebody who apparently from his own pinned comment is trying to get Bowblax to understand this is a gaslight.
Comes across as that, really fucking does.
I do think she went over the line, right?
Because
Sorry,
I
you can
thought
talk now.
Oh no,
My
I
bad.
thought you said that already. That you already have a pretty negative opinion of me, and I know that your friends do as well. Like you were talking about like that one group chat, so obviously it would make sense for me to assume like our interactions would be in bad faith, right?
No, because Bowblax has had in-depth conversations with you about trans rights, and God fucking damn, this bitch is retarded. I can't get over it. Well, you understand why I would assume that you are potentially transphobic because your group chat that you're in are full of people that I perceive to be transphobes. But I'm going to ignore all the DMs that we've had talking about trans rights.
I mean, those
Trans rights.
DMs
Who
could
cares
be
about
fake.
that when you're tweeting?
I mean, he could be like faking DMs, just trying to pander.
I get it, but the issue is, again, it's a shitpost account with the bio that says 9 inches, I'm black, and the N-word in it. It's called Throbbing Horsecock. It's not his main Twitter account. It's a throwaway shitpost account. God damn it.
Did I say I had a negative view of you? Didn't I say this they did? I don't know. I've just heard things. I don't really know. But
Thank you for stopping by.
yeah, I mean, still, you came at me unprovoked. You just came at me unprovoked, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was mad. I feel like I'm justified in being mad in the way that the community has treated me over the last year.
It's
Putting
like,
that on me
it's
not fair.
It's like I said, I can agree with you, Bowblax, that it probably wasn't fair to like put that on you. But again, you have to like understand her perspective that she has so many people constantly coming at her. So
Stop. Pause it.
Pause it.
I can understand you feeling that way, Bowblax, but you gotta understand you made somebody feel bad. You made somebody feel bad. What? How is this anything like he fucking coped to describe in his fucking pinned comment? You wanna know what I genuinely think it was? This motherfucker thought like majority of his fucking comments were gonna be not even overwhelmingly positive. Maybe some neutral, maybe some people giving Bowblax some shit. Fucking 90% of his fucking chat, not even his chat, his comment section when he uploaded that fucking video, shitting on this motherfucker to the point where this morning he has to say, oh, well, to clarify, I'm not really trying to police anyone. I'm actually just trying to make them understand that words hurt and you should all do this and you should understand, while still fucking not saying anything about this motherfucker calling Bowblax a transphobe.
So you can understand. You can understand.
I think that there's
And I have people coming at me calling me fucking all sorts of shit because of this fucking DM leak or this account leak. So it's like, I don't know. We all have to deal with shit online. Like, we should treat people as individuals, not as like an extension of a group.
For sure, but as much as we can recognize that people are individuals, group dynamics do influence individual people's behavior. Like, people are going to play along with what the group dynamic is because they don't want to get ostracized from that group.
I can speak with that from personal experience. When I was a part of the commentary community, there were behaviors I had engaged in that I wouldn't previously engage in, just because, like, oh, well, that's like what we do in this community.
If your moral compass is telling you to not do something, but the groupthink is saying do it, follow the moral compass. Do the right fucking thing. That's like the Colleen Ballinger shit that I covered recently, where the girl was like, oh, I'm coming out with my story that Miranda Sings treated me like shit, but just a side note, I withheld information for 3 years to vindicate Adam McIntyre because I wanted to be friends with her and I wanted to stay in the group. No, that's not an excuse. That's not a fucking excuse. If your moral compass is telling you that you should do something, follow it. Don't fucking listen to the group. Fuck.
Okay, but what if the group is the Chinese Communist Party?
That you're not being seen or heard from again. Oh my god.
So like I can totally understand like what she's saying. There are things that I did and I participated in when I was a part of that community that I look back at and I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of the fact that I engaged in those behaviors. But it was like she said, it's like a group dynamic.
I mean, people do
You're
influence each
by
other
the
for
peop-
sure.
Yeah, you're influenced by the people around you.
That account, even Nick and Augie and shit didn't know it existed. They were freaking out on Twitter about it too, jokingly saying it's like funny or whatever. And like a lot of those tweets are from before I even met them. So it's like, and again, it was just me playing like a character. I never believed any of this. I don't want to fuck Joe Biden, So it's like.
Do you have a source to back up that claim?
Shut up, bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we need to see proof that you don't want to fuck Joe Biden.
Bitch.
Jesus.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, I think it's pretty much been cleared up that it's a big misunderstanding, and I think that it was probably a good idea to have this conversation to sort it out.
I think there's also this I think there's this assumption about me, and I understand where it comes from. That a lot of people in the commentary community, they see me as this like mass deplatformer that I want to ruin.
You took credit for taking Destiny down on Twitch because, correct me if I'm wrong, I might be getting it wrong, but didn't Destiny at one point say that he doesn't really believe that trans athletes should participate in opposite gender sports, right? So like, let's say,
so, yeah,
like a trans female to male shouldn't like participate in the MMA or some shit like that, or the opposite effect of that as well. And then he got his Twitch taken down, and she took credit for that. And she's like, I just took Destiny's biggest source of income. So, what? And then you also celebrated Matt Walsh being taken down. All within that span. You also have called for people to be flagged on Twitter at one point. And your little retard in fucking Tipster's chat, Gay Fesh, whatever the fuck their name is notorious for it. There's even a tweet of you endorsing it at one point. No shit, people think that you're pro deplatforming. You have done nothing to prove that you have changed your mindset on that.
Everyone's career, and that I want to like make everyone who crosses me in some insignificant way suffer, and that's really not true.
I mean, if you take
what?
The fucking video is fucking bugging out for me. Is it bugging
Okay, I
out for
thought
you,
I was just
Leon?
tripping.
What
It's
video?
bugging out for me too.
Wait,
It was
this?
just-
Yes, that.
Yeah,
what
I
happened
thought it was me
today,
for a
and just look
second.
at it
It might have just been Discord. Might have just been
fucking
Discord.
Discord.
at face value, it kind of does look true.
I mean, how is this different from other internet beef in the commentary community?
People don't immediately call each other transphobes based on tweets that are like 2 years old or 4 years
That's
old on alt
not
accounts.
true.
I'll be honest, Bowblax, that wasn't the best one. I'll admit it.
Yeah.
That wasn't. People make mistakes all the fucking time, but the problem is that Keffals did it in a fucking retarded manner, and people get called out for this shit all the time. You make a false pedophile accusation in this community, or jump the gun on a false pedophile accusation, you get eaten alive on it.
Except for me. I'm fine.
Because everyone knows that you're a fucking spurg. You don't make content, Smaggle.
Not yet.
No, you're never going. You have over 1,000 subscribers on your channel with no fucking views, and you haven't made any content. You could already be monetized. What are you doing?
I don't really have sex.
You're an idiot.
And most people in commentary don't jump to conclusions calling people like pedos or transphobes or whatever. Unless
Wait,
there's, like,
you don't think
definitive
that
proof.
people in the commentary community don't immediately assume people are pedophiles based on limited evidence? One of Augie's first interactions with me
Bowblax,
was
no.
calling me a pedophile.
I don't think
didn't
Augie
even know-
legitimately thinks you're a pedophile.
When
I
did
mean,
that
not
happen?
now, but this is what you're saying. People
I
just
don't
jump
remember that.
the moment that they're handed that because it's like an instant W if you have even the slightest amount of proof, no matter how flimsy it is.
Well, I don't have an encyclopedia on everything anyone has ever said in the commentary community, but just because the commentary community does something bad of like saying you're a pedo when you're not doesn't mean you can now call me a transphobe when I'm not.
Oh yeah, wait, no, this is
Like,
true. Aren't
two
people
bads
bringing
don't
up
make
like
a
the
right.
tipster? Haven't people been bringing up the tipster lolly stuff again, just like out of nowhere as an own?
Yeah, and like
Augie
that's
said, didn't you debate Augie and you came to the conclusion that like he never called you a pedo?
I remember a conversation with her and Bosch.
Oh,
I
that
I
one.
like how
Yeah,
Keffals never
I think-
fucking
I mean,
he was
says
really
anything
tip-
about that.
What?
Bowblax just brings up that point and Keffals never responds to that.
It's almost like it got deflected. It's almost like it got deflected hard.
As far as I remember, he basically said, well, you know, stay away from minors, but I don't actually remember how that ended. I just know that
I think
what
he
I
said
remember
that
from the conversation was
okay, you
essen-
can say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what I remember from the conversation was something along the lines of like, he said that he wasn't insinuating you were a pedophile, and then you just disagreed that you didn't believe him. That's kind of like how it ended, if I remember correctly.
I thought the argument was just about Keffals keeping her Discord 18+.
I don't know. I don't remember the specifics of that. I just remembered like at one point in the conversation, she's saying, "Well, you insinuated I was a pedophile," and he says, "Well, that's not what I was doing," and then she said, "Well, I don't believe you."
I don't know, like Keffals.
yeah, we're going.
yeah,
kind
we're
of over
going
the
really
weeds
off
here.
track.
Yeah, yeah, we're getting kind of.
But like, I feel like I'm saying that Keffals was pretty unjustified in calling me a transphobe based on all this stuff that I mentioned, and
And
it just
she-
seems like
she
Keffals
could-
just keeps bringing up excuses like, oh, but
no,
Augie
she
said this,
conce-
oh,
she
but Nick said
conceded
this,
on that
oh, but
point. She already conceded on
yeah,
that
I
point.
know, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
That's how
I
I
feel
feel.
if you're part of a group, I feel like it's not guilt by association to assume that you might agree with some of the stuff that they're saying.
That is literally guilt by association. Bro, just because I hang out with Smaggle doesn't mean that I like going to the zoo as much as Smaggle does.
Damn.
Oh, wow. If I wanted to boil it down to a retard point.
I don't think we can be friends now.
Oh my god.
That's
Listen,
just
listen. But that's if I was to boil it down to the most retarded point imaginable, that's the point that it could be. Well, I talk to Smaggle sometimes. And I'm like, I don't really care to go to the zoo that often, but Smaggle loves the fucking zoo, which means by proxy, I have to love the zoo.
True.
Leia, something with the $9.99. Thank you. She's talking about Catboy Ranch right there, and Augie has never called her a pedo. I'm gonna have to take your word on that one. I don't know. I haven't seen that stream.
Especially when you won't like.
So when you say stuff and Tipster's friends with you, and then people assume that Tipster endorses everything you say, you think that is like a fair assessment for them to make as well?
What's an example of something that happened recently like that?
I can tell you one. There was you made a joke in response to Keemstar where you called him a pedophile, and everybody got super mad about that. Like, well, why is Tipster okay with them calling her a pedophile? And they started trying to dig up clips of like, can we find a clip of Tipster defending Keemstar's relationship with Brantley? And it's like, well, what does that have to do with anything? Yeah,
That's not okay. Listen, Keffals calling Keemstar a pedophile is using that as a criticism for her trolling. Her getting mad at Bowblax trolling. Do you not understand where the line of logic is going with this? People are like, whatever. She called Keemstar a pedophile. But when Bowblax makes a troll tweet and she calls him transphobic, it's not cool anymore to just make jokes. Like, what yeah. I can't.
Now, somebody correct me if I just so happen to be wrong. After this fucking stream,
Yes.
did these motherfuckers not get back on Twitter and make that same joke again?
Yes.
So all this shit out the window.
All
It's
of
cool when y'all do it, but it's a problem when Bowblax do it.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? Bowblax.
Fuck it,
makes
let's
a
all
joke.
just be transphobic.
Bowblax.
Let's all be uncomfortable seeing. Fuck.
Yeah, Bowblax makes a joke, and he's
Let's all
like,
bring up our 9-inch cocks, except for Chris.
I don't agree
Fuck
with
off.
guilt by association, but I follow guilt by association.
I don't-
But don't associate me with Catboy Ranch just because I was in the server.
You railed him with that one.
Jesus Christ. I don't even know what to say to you for that one.
I did defend.
Stunned him with that one.
You stunned me with how retarded that statement was.
You mean how
saying he was a
base it
pedophile for
was.
dating a 19-year-old
Internet.
girl, which is the legal fucking age, right? So what does that have to do? Me defending his relationship because it's not pedophilia. What does that have to do with Keffals calling Keemstar a pedophile as a joke?
Yeah, I mean, it's not pedophilia. I still think it's really gross, but it's not pedophilia. He's not legally doing anything wrong.
So that's like an example of like people were like, well, why isn't Tipster like calling this out because she called Keemstar a pedophile? And it's like I'm not I don't dictate what Keffals says. She's her own person.
Yeah. When Keffals consistently like makes over exaggerations about what she thinks about people to the point of labeling them in that way, and then people think that she's out to get everybody, isn't that a fair assessment? Like,
who am I out to get?
Keemstar by calling him a pedo? Isn't that a fair assessment for someone
I
to
am
make based
not
on
the
looking at
first-
that tweet?
I'm not the first person to call him that. I am far from
Okay,
the
does
first
that
person to say that.
change-
Like, I'm not going.
I'm not the first person to ever call Keemstar a pedophile, so don't look at me like I'm trying to perpetrate anything. Oh my fucking god.
So wait, it's funny because Tipster will say it's not my job to call out Keffals if she makes a joke like that. So why is he doing this to Bowblax on a live stream?
Man, that's a good fucking question. It's almost like he said he was trying to like mediate a misunderstanding between two people, but Keffals was way over the fucking line, and she won't admit it.
Maybe I don't know the definition of mediate, but it ain't this.
No, this ain't mediating. This ain't mediating. This is looking like a 2-on-1 the more and more you watch it.
Going to like ruin his life or end his career by calling him something he's been getting called for a decade.
I also don't think it's fair to like make a big deal about when she says it because like there's definitely been cases where people in the commentary community have jokingly called people pedophiles and it's whatever. It's just kind of seen for what it is.
Dude, the reason people are bringing up that as an example is because she got mad at Bowblax making a joke. That's why people were making the comparison. How aren't the two of you understanding that?
Because you're not understanding Kevin's feelings.
I don't give a fuck about this bitch's feelings right now.
Transphobia.
It's a joke. Like I can't remember who it was, but I want to say like 2 years ago there was somebody that Augie called a pedophile when he got really mad in an argument against him. I don't remember who that person was. It was like some like little try-hard small commentator, right? But to act like Keffals is the only one throwing around pedophile as a joke is pretty dishonest because a lot of people do that.
I think this
I
is
never
what I was.
said that. I just said that like it's reasonable to think
But
she's out to
I
get
do think-
people
I
when
do
she's
think it's-
labeling them like
kinda-
transphobes
I
and
do think
pedos.
it's kind of weird though to be like, oh man, Keffals like called someone a pedophile, and it's like, well, you guys have done it too as a joke. I mean, when the lolly shit was happening, there were jokes made that insinuated I was a pedophile, and like people from the audience came away from that thinking that I was a pedophile who like consumes.
Here we
lollipop.
go.
Well, when Keffals just called me
And
a
that's the
transphobe
problem.
this morning,
This is what I tried
was
to
that
explain
a
to
joke?
Augie. This is what I try to explain to Augie. Sometimes when you guys joke about stuff, the dipshits in the audience don't get that it's a joke. And so, like with that situation, they made a bunch of jokes about me defending Lolicon and shit like that. And so the audience came away from that thinking I was a Lolicon and a pedophile.
Okay, but
You could see why that situation, like, I'm just gonna be real, because when I had the conversation with Augie, I was trying to
That's
keep
my
things
favorite
cordial.
part.
I was trying to go my own way, but also keep things like we weren't leaving on bad terms. But I'm just gonna be real. That's why the whole leaving the commentary community thing, that was the bridge burner for me. Because I'm like, okay, maybe you guys were joking, but the audience came away from that thinking I was a fucking pedophile.
So
What do you-
Chris,
what do
pause
you-
it right there.
Yeah, what do you think, Leon? I'm curious.
So he called the audience dipshits or dumbasses, whatever the fuck he said, because they'll end up believing that, oh, Tipster's a pedophile because of this lolly shit. So don't you think that same dumbass audience would think Bowblax is a fucking transphobe for this fucking 2-on-1?
Or the tweet that Keffals made.
Right. So it's like, you tried to use that as your fucking way to say, hey, I'm personally offended, but you just destroyed any fucking argument you made at being mad at this fucking dude.
Dude, Bowblax makes jokes. To the person in chat that's like, Bowblax and Keffals aren't exactly saints themselves. Bro, dude, Bowblax...
Hi,
made
the Hot Sticks podcast.
Yo, Bowblax made jokes.
Bowblax just reads tweets.
He reads tweets and he makes jokes. This dude just likes edgy humor. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with edgy jokes. I have no fucking problem with it. If you can make jokes that the Catholic Church is molesting kids, you can make jokes about anything in my eyes. I don't give a fuck.
I make that joke about the church every day.
Yeah, so who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck.
Was the bridge burner for me. That's why I decided I'm done. So now you guys don't have to question it anymore. Now you just know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Tipster was pretty fucking obvious. It was that. It was pretty obvious. That's why you wanted to leave. The issue being is like, there are always going to be retards. You can't control the retards. They're gonna walk away no matter what. We could all sit here blue in the face and be like, Tipster is not a pedophile, and crack jokes about it, and there's always going to be a handful of dumbasses out of the thousands of people that watch that are going to go out of their way to fucking say crazy shit. You can't stop it. It's impossible.
So, based on this logic, can I call his other trans friend a racist? Because, like, every other week, that dumbass dude is just busting out hard R's everywhere.
Yeah, and apparently...
And I'm not seeing no humor in that, so...
Wait, I thought Jalen was like 3% African American. Pretty sure.
I told y'all, I'm top minority. I make the rules around here.
Well, if anyone calls you a pedo, I'll go out of my way to say, hey, Tip's not a pedo, chill. But,
yeah, same.
So I haven't seen that. But, like, you say, like, oh, well, Keffals makes jokes about pedos, too. Was Keffals calling me a transphobe today a joke? Didn't seem like it.
I didn't make it as a joke. I don't
So,
like
so when people
so
see
this
those
whole
types of
thing just
tweets,
died.
and
Yeah.
So all this just died. Wasn't a joke when she tweeted that. It came out of her mouth. So anything about mediating and trying to get motherfuckers to understand, no, the bitch called him a transphobe.
Because she couldn't trust him and assumes that all of his friends are transphobes, which means that he is secretly a transphobe.
Well, I need to see some tipster L's and all these trans. I ain't looking too good.
I don't know. That was a tipster W. This conversation was really productive.
Why is Smaggle like acting like fucking Mitch right now on Now Recording? What is happening?
He's technically right. It was productive for Bowblax.
It was productive for me for content.
Yeah, me too.
Very productive for content.
You know what's crazy? I woke Chris up saying, let's stream about this.
Yeah, you literally did.
You woke this motherfucker up. Like, I'm bored. I know you're going to bitch about this shit on stream, so you might as well just do it
You
now.
did not say that. You were just like,
I didn't, but that was my intention. It's like, I know he's going to fucking stream about this shit at like 5 p.m. Why not just do it now?
I honestly, that's my slot, dude. I like my 5 p.m. slot.
Yo, fuck it. We taking over the fucking noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You motherfuckers worried about slots.
No, I was... Bro, listen, the 5 p.m. is a good place for me. I get shit done during the day. I clean up a little bit, have some nice, like, breakfast and lunch.
Bro, why are you fucking saying it like a beta?
It's so good.
5 p.m. is the
Yeah, it's just how it is, my man. I like my mornings.
say you're trying to like go after people and ruin them. Isn't that like a fair assessment based on the tweet you made today about me?
No, I don't think so. Like, I don't think that saying that automatically means that you're getting ruined or that I want to ruin you. I don't.
Well,
Leia is calling out Smaggle right now.
I like how somebody's in your chat saying, "Thank you for the content, Leon. You're welcome."
Damn,
You're
Crystal,
welcome.
that hurts.
Leah, hold on. Leah's saying something about me. I don't really have the chat portal. so I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do it.
I'll read it out. Leah for the 9.99. Smaggle just wants to keep the Keffals follow and Tipster follow.
Yeah, so true.
Oh my
It's
god. You're such a dick writer.
What do you mean?
You're keeping those follows? Dude, I still have the Tipster follow and I'm being fucking
I asked
brutal
for the
here.
Keffals follow. I asked for the tips to follow, not the Keffals follow.
I still
I
can't
don't
believe
have.
I still can't believe you got the Keffals follow with the shit that you say.
I don't have the tipster follow.
I still got it. I'm probably gonna lose it today. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't
It
have it
won't,
because
like,
I blocked
obviously,
the
like, end my career.
motherfucker.
Yeah, it is what it is.
completely, obviously, right?
If
But
these
saying that,
people
like,
are
I'm
whining about
transphobic in front of, like,
Bowblax,
100,000 people
Augie,
plus on
Tom,
Twitter
Nick, etc.
is
making
not
edgy
helpful,
jokes,
and it's very
they need
damaging to me,
stay away
especially when
from
I'm trying
South
to
Park and
share
Family
my
Guy.
beliefs in a community that you admit is a little too, like, right-wing. Like, I'm coming out, sticking my neck out,
Oh
being
yeah,
like, hey,
no. I mean,
I'm pro-trans or
Smaggle
whatever,
wants
and then
to
you just
keep
call
the
it a
Keffals
lie.
follow
Like,
and the
that's kind
tipster
of, to all the
follow.
people who, you know, would appreciate me saying that, like, what's that going to do? Just alienate all the pro-trans people away from my audience and help me continue, and then the only people left are, like, the transphobes.
I'll make a deal with you. I will literally never say
I'll make a
anything
deal with you.
like that ever again, and I will be your number one fucking hype trans woman forever.
You don't want Keffals to be your hype girl. I'm gonna be honest. She's gonna fuck up somewhere, and your hype, that hype girl shit's gonna backfire.
Smaggle wants to fuck Keffals.
I'll make a deal
mean-
with you.
I
You-
mean,
no.
she already got the big fucking jiggly titties that all hype girls dream of, so.
You shut the fuck up, Smaggle. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Ever, if you actually call out Leafy, because it's like he's calling for trans holocaust on his stream. He's like dead name.
How did this go from I called you a transphobe because I had a feeling that you were a transphobe by guilt by association to talking about Leafy?
Wait, it's even funnier. How did she admit to calling this motherfucker a transphobe and it not being a joke to saying, I'm gonna make a deal with you. Disavow this other motherfucker and I'll fucking rescind that. Huh?
No. She was just saying, well, yeah, like I'll apologize and I'll make it up to you. I will make a deal, you know, because you're pro-trans. I will be your ultimate hype girl if anyone calls you anti-trans or some shit, which is fucking retarded.
I'd rather be called transphobic.
Dude, this part right here where they segue into the Leafy stuff, I'm gonna say it. Leafy says some fucking wild shit on his streams.
Absolutely.
He says some wild shit that I do not agree with. But deplatforming the guy is not the move. It is what it is. I'm gonna be honest. It's not the move.
The
That's it.
nudes thing, though.
I still don't listen. From what I understand and what I've been told is that somebody linked a link in his chat. He wanted the Fansly. He clicked on it, and then the real nudes popped up. He's like, yeah, she's got pepperoni nipples. Is that bad? Yes. Should that mean his entire platform on Rumble be taken away from him?
Yes.
No. Like, yes, Leafy says fucked up shit. I'm going to say it. He says crazy fucked up shit. He's being 50 times more edgy than he's ever been now. But that's on him.
Yeah, you motherfuckers wanted 2016 back. Yeah, you got what you wanted.
It
so.
is what it is. He's just fucking around, dude. Like, at this point, he says fucked up shit about trans people. I will 100% agree with that, and I don't stand by what Leafy says involving the trans community. But does that mean deplatforming him is the best option? No, because it's going to rile up the people that already have shitty fucking ideas about it and spread them out into the fucking world and make it worse. Like, just get over it. Get over it. Leafy saw you as an easy mark. This is what he's been doing since 2016. He finds a mark and then shits on the mark until it is fucking done being milked. That's what he does.
Bro said get over it like he's Bennett 40.
me consistently. He's like going after.
He's genuinely said fucked up things on his stream.
He's
yeah,
like going.
I've noticed.
How you know he's not joking?
You don't need to be a hype
Tipster?
girl for me. You don't need to be a hype girl for me. But I will say, like, what Leafy is saying, even if it is a joke, which I don't know if it is or not, but even if it is,
I'm pretty sure it's a fucking joke because he is just actually. He's just Leafy, bro. It's been like this for years. He just says out crazy shit because he wants to say crazy shit.
But
Does
did
that
you
mean-
take into account the people's feelings?
No, because I don't fucking care. It's content.
But you have to. Before you make a joke, you must consider random people's fucking feelings.
I'm not going to.
Why
like,
not?
regardless-
Because I don't fucking care. I live your life. I don't care. Do whatever the fuck you want. But no, I'm gonna laugh at it. If you do something fucking stupid, I'm gonna laugh at you. We're all on an equal playing field here. Doesn't matter what race, religion, sexual orientation. You are the choppy block to be made fun of. That is it.
This is like fucked up. He's going like way too far.
Yeah, because the thing
It's-
is, like, I understand, like, some people, like, make edgy jokes or whatever, but I don't think that a lot of times when they make those jokes, they realize that those jokes bolster the opinions of legitimately bad faith actors.
I don't
Well, I think maybe
understand
Leafy
what
does
the.
Right there,
realize that. I
right
don't
there,
like what
right
Leafy's
there.
doing at all. And I'll say,
What?
These jokes, bad faith actors. Don't you think you got bad faith actors on your side that are now gonna fucking call Bowblax transphobic? Like, everything these motherfuckers saying as a means of like defense or rationale, it doesn't stick. Like, none of it sticks for him.
It doesn't, and then it applies to them too. This conversation is AIDS. I made this title fucking perfect. Keffals versus Bowblax Twitter and cancer. Yeah, that's exactly what this fucking is.
say that.
Yeah.
And, I don't know if I have said that. I mean, I've always had that opinion, and I've said that in streams. I don't know if I said it in private, public, whatever. But yeah, I'm comfortable saying that. Like, I'm not gonna lie about my opinions or whatever. But yeah, you don't need to be a hype girl for me on Twitter. We can just like.
I'm okay. That's fucking based. Thank you. Because like the only thing I've seen the commentary community say so far was that one incident where Destiny talked about trying to deplatform Leafy from Rumble and like siding with Leafy. I haven't seen any condemnation, and he's going so fucking far. Like,
What was, yo,
Is he telling people to go out into the streets, get guns, and round up people? Is he trying to push a message, or is he just chatting shit? Come on.
What's your thoughts on the Nick Merck situation, Chris? Someone wants to know in your chat.
I think Activision Blizzard jumped the gun way too fucking hard on that for absolutely no reason. I think Nick's skin should remain in the Activision shop because it was in context of him just believing what he believed. He wasn't saying that anybody was a groomer. He wasn't saying that the LGBTQ community are pedophiles. He didn't say anything like that. He just said, leave the kids out of it, in context to a protest that was happening apparently outside of a school, or at least in the vicinity.
Well, Chris, dog, the fucking, I wanted to know like how this shit all got started, because when I asked people, all they fucking told me was it started because of a tweet. I was like, no, something kicked this off, and it's just parents in the middle of a street, just fucking fighting, because a school district is trying to figure out if they're gonna acknowledge June as fucking Pride Month.
Yeah,
That's the fucking reason they're in the middle of the street fighting each other.
Yeah, for no reason. Like for no.
Oh, and these fucking dumbasses like Tim Pool saying that the fucking developers are COD or pedophiles because they fucking took a skin out the game. You're not helping either.
No, you're not. That was Nick's argument, right? It's just like it's so cancer right now. Like everybody's just on this fucking train of just trying to eat each other alive for no reason. It's a fucking it's just a dude saying, yeah, don't leave the kids out of it. Don't fight in the streets or whatever the fuck. Come on.
Bowblax says, I'll be honest, like, I have most of the commentary community blocked or muted at this point, so I have no idea what's going on. What was their take on what he did to Destiny's wife on stream?
Generally that it's like fucked up, and it makes sense that he's mad at him for it, but he shouldn't get Leafy deplatformed for it. Just
Yeah,
generally,
I gotta be honest, I disagree. I think that's ban-worthy. I genuinely think that's ban-worthy. That's a step way too fucking far.
I wouldn't cry if Leafy got banned over it, but like, I mean, I don't
Like,
if
it were me in Destiny's shoes, I would 100% be behind the scenes screaming to the person at Rumble, why are you allowing this to happen?
Yeah, my criticism of Destiny is that he said the reason he won't have Leafy on is because he's clout hungry and trying to reestablish his audience, which I think is.
Oh yeah, speaking of Tim Pool, I see some motherfucker in chat. I need to pull this up. Fucking
Lord.
Smaggle knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Where is this
Oh,
guy?
you do I.
What are we doing?
Hold on, this guy. Where is this? Hold on, I'm gonna fucking show you motherfuckers this. To be honest, they're just gonna loop on shit. I already went over everything I wanted to go over. I want to talk about this motherfucker. Where is he? Where is it? It says the person. It's not. There we go. This motherfucker. This stupid bitch in the replies. Everyone's talking about Tim Pool right now. It just reminded me of this. In the argument with Keffals, I was like, says the person who calls Keepstar a pedophile when he isn't one. Tim Pool loves that argument. Keep validating it. Bitch, where the fuck did Tim Pool come from? For what reason?
You know why?
I'm so confused.
You know why?
Why?
Because we didn't understand feelings.
I fucking hate all of this. This is like actual cancer.
I get that you think I'm trolling, but this is the AIDS of this entire fucking video that is on YouTube.
That's the issue.
This is not our fault. These motherfuckers back themselves into a corner of all these different phrases and fucking words to say. None of it sticks. So now they gotta fucking live with it. So now Tipster's gonna be joke policed for the rest of his fucking time.
Yeah, he's
And
fucked.
He fucking try to ignore it all he wants, but the next time he tries to make a fucking joke, he's fucked.
He's fucked. Keffals is fucked. This is the issue. Like, these people don't understand that this is not how you should engage this at all. Like, I'm over it. I'm over this fucking bullshit. Bowblax was accused of being a sexual harasser and a transphobe because Keffals had a feeling that he was a bad person, even though he's proved himself to her multiple times that he is not anti-trans. She looked at a random tweet and immediately assumed the worst and blocked him. I do not give her some sort of leeway on that to be like, well, do you understand that the community is really mean to me, right? You've done nothing to prove to me or anybody that you're worth not criticizing, or at least at the bare minimum to let go of the shit that you've done. That's my issue. Oh God, Tipster fucking posted he posted the pinned comment on fucking Twitter.
That does not help you, my boy.
Oh my fucking God. I hate this. I hated this whole debate. Bowblax W, Keffals L, Tipster L. You guys suck. Joke
Like, share, and subscribe, everybody.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Fuck this debate. Fuck this whole situation. Keffals went over the line with Bowblax over a fucking joke tweet, and now we're here. Tipster is DSP. I would not go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Not yet.
My chat wants to see the pinned comment, Christopher. Show it to them.
It's the same pinned comment that we read.
Yeah, but they're fucking slow, just like Tipster, so show it to them.
Damn. All right, here. Give me 5 seconds. Here it is. All right, let me show that. There you go. Posted on fucking Twitter. Underneath this shit. Oh, come on, man. Come on. What is the point of this?
Save face.
It's the fucking save face. Hardcore. It's just sad. It's sad that we've reached this point.
Oh no.
What? Would you say oh no to, Smaggle?
I just saw this fucking trauma alert tweet that says, kick streamer Rhino accused of being a pedophile and trying to buy pictures from a 17-year-old.
I don't care. That guy's a fucking monster then. If it's true, he's a monster.
But also you do care because you just said you don't care, so you do care. Yeah.
I'm kicking Smaggle out of the call. He was in here for way too
No.
long.
What do you mean?
All right, I'm fucking done. I'm hungry. I'm pissed. It is what it is. You have any closing thoughts, Smaggle and RuinedLeon? None.
Tipster W, Keffals W, Bowblax L.
Okay, goodbye. I almost kicked him from the Discord.
That's tough.
Jack.
That's tough. That's fucking tough. Smaggle's trolling. That was Leon. Come on, let's just be real here. That shit.
Well, I've been
that
being real the whole time.
I know, but
Tipster-
like closing thoughts, Leon. This was AIDS.
Tipster backed himself into a corner. And look, I'm going to repeat what I've said since all this parasocial shit started. I don't fucking care that he's friends with Keffals. I really don't. But this motherfucker doing a lot of shit that's going to get him in a situation where he's a fucking hypocrite.
Mm-hmm.
So much for
He already in that line.
Yeah.
And it's like, when that motherfucker faked beef just so he could get some attention from some motherfuckers, I'm like, all right, bro, you gonna do all that?
Dude,
I'm
I
just go ahead.
that
I'm just
sh-
go ahead and block you. I ain't got time for it.
Dude, that shit was so gay. To this day, it's still like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen. I still can't believe that even happened. Just for some fucking crumb of attention. Jesus Christ. Alright. I'm gonna do the closing out. I'll talk to you in a bit, alright, bro?
All right, you waste of space.
Shut up, bitch. Alright. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the donations as well today. That was super nice of everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stream. My final closing thoughts. Tipster, bro, you're painting yourself into a corner. Leon's right. Keffals, stop trying to accuse everyone of transphobia because you have a feeling that they're transphobic. That's not how this shit works. Bowblax did nothing wrong. It was a fucking shitpost account, and you accused him of sexual harassment and fucking transphobia because you had a feeling about it. Because you're using guilt by association for it. And that's pathetic. That's fucking pathetic. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to read out some of the donos here. Karma with the gifted 5. Thank you so much. Pigeon Salad with the gifted 5. JFA with the 2. Pigeon Salad with the 5. Deborah with the 2. Devil Advocate with the 5. JFA, stop lying. Catboy Chris, shut up. QTV, felony charge, but Daddy Chris. Can I still use the word retard? Already read that one. Calby with the re-up of 1 month. Thank you so much. Tipster's definitely getting on someone's ass. Yeah, it's almost like that was what it was. Pigeon Salad with the 2. Keffals, S.A. Bowblax cosplaying Rouge the Bat. Bro! Chill! Grizzly Bear with the 5. Keffals, stop acting like the commentary community is a hive mind when you very much seems like you want a hive mind. Judge individuals. True. Alpha Russ, she is just much as an icon as Kona is. Thank you for the 20 Gator 82. Appreciate that. Final dono of the day. Pigeon Salad with the 5. Me and my friends had a misunderstanding. I called him out, accusing him of being a serial murderer in 5 separate countries with a hostage. Hopefully you apologized for that. Leia something. Already talked about that. Pigeon Salad with the 5. I don't agree with the guilt by association, but I follow guilt by association. But don't associate with Cowboy Ranch because I was in the server. Thank you, Fat Wong, for the re-up. Grizzly Bear. If these people are whining about Bowblax, Augie, Tom, Dick, etc., making edgy jokes, they need to stay away from South Park and Family Guy. See, that was my argument last time. Leia something with the 199. Smaggle wants to keep the Keffals and Tipster follows. So true. Keffals is Smaggle is a cuck. Pigeon Salad with the 5. Smaggle wants to fuck Keffals. I don't know about that one. Maybe he wants the Rouge the Bat DM that that Bowblax got. Maybe he wants one of those. Gator with the 20 and Fat Wong with the re-up of 9 months. Thank you guys so much for all of your support today. Means a lot. Thank you for the viewership as well, for tuning in to the shit show that was Nick call-in, RuinedLeon call-in, Smaggle Daggle. Make sure you subscribe to RuinedLeon. Obviously, Nick DeOrio. Don't subscribe to Smaggle. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, fucking Kick, all that shit. I don't know about Twitch anymore, but Rumble we will be using more often. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.